Come on, it's your show.
Oh, that came close.
Fine, we'll just go in order.
Oh, nice.
Touchdown!
Everyone,
Heating up!
You guys, what? I know. You guys all were very close. My average depth of target
But
was.
I'm sitting there, so I'm like halfway sacked already.
Yeah, it's true.
We're
It's
back,
true.
baby!
Damn it. Yeah.
Well, I just hope we hit. I just hope we hit on these props though now.
Yeah,
we
I
got
don't
it.
want to go in reverse.
Since Matthew's the only one who missed, we're going to go with you last.
Fantasy Football Pregame with Matthew Berry.
So the regulars, you may be thinking, why are we roasting Matthew off the top? But we didn't show Flip Cup. So I thought that was actually very kind of our crew behind the scenes, just showing Prop a Shot and us going 3 for 4, Lawrence Jackson, Jay Croucher, George Savaricas, and the namesake for the show, Matthew Berry, as we welcome you in to week number 3.
Like a shocking performance from Matthew, obviously, but also very worried about Lawrence's spiral. It's not a tight spiral there.
More of a knuckleball.
Let's get back in the lap, my friend.
Exactly.
It's not great.
As long as we get to the target, you know.
Yeah.
The quarterback rating is up.
Lawrence was a defensive player in college.
Yeah,
people
sure.
don't know that.
Don't hold me to that.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I can't talk any trash. By the way, I just want you to know, today's a special day. A couple of things going on. First off, like, because you know I constantly drop the pens. So these a-holes,
them up.
these old a-holes, like, sit here and like gave me like a safety, like I'm in a bank, like I'm gonna steal it. Like it's like like a child-proofed it.
It's a HR measure to protect the crew here.
Yeah.
You have to have pens flying at them all the time because you can't hold on to it.
And speaking of the crew, it is a return of Big Show. Big Show is back for a guest appearance, a cameo. He just kind of popped in for once. There he is. There is Big Show. He is ready to go. Big Show.
He came ready today.
Yeah,
he
making
came
sure
ready.
the paparazzi can't recognize him. He's ready to go. All right, so he's for all your questions. Hashtag FF Pregame. Go ahead, George. Do your hosting thing.
Exactly. We want the regulars to hit us throughout the show. In the YouTube chat, we'll be getting the questions. And I love how the regulars are being ranked. Connor pointed that out on Friday. We got the trophy based on regular participation throughout the chat.
Regular power rankings are coming next week. We are absolutely going to rank you on screen. Yes. And we will.
You will be ranked.
You will be ranked. Yeah.
It is the walking wounded this week. So many backup quarterbacks are under center. You're going to kick us off with your toast.
I'm toasting Marcus Mariota, who is my favorite, not just because I'm a homer, but of all the backup quarterbacks today, the Carson Wentz's, Tyrod Taylor's, Mac Jones's of the world, the Jake Brownings of the world, my favorite backup quarterback today, if you need somebody, Marcus Mariota at home against the Raiders. 10 days rest for the Commanders, Raiders traveling on the short week.
Okay, I like it. My toast. Gentlemen, 20 years ago.
Drink.
I was
Never
say,
toast
how
without
do you toast
drinking.
and not drink?
Yeah. Don't know if you know the rules of Flip Cup either, Matthew. So my
I hate
toast,
all of you. I'm only 2 minutes in and I already hate everyone. Okay, go ahead.
20 years ago, there was an Australian football player. His name was Ben Cousins. He's the best player in the league. He got suspended for a year for reasons I won't go into, but then he came back in his return game. He's on the turf of Subiaco Oval in Perth, biceps glistening, about to re-enter the field, and someone holds up a sign in the stands, and it says, "Your worst nightmare, he's back." And I keep thinking of that sign when I watched Jonathan Taylor last week. Because 2021 Jonathan Taylor, RB1 in the league, your worst nightmare, he's back. Toast to Jonathan Taylor.
Lawrence, I'm just curious
Very
real quickly
elaborate.
before you get to your toast, Lawrence. Did you notice that Jay, in that telling of the story, mentioned the glistening muscles?
I was like,
That's a detail.
it just made me say, glistening bicep.
Don't worry, it'll feed into my toast in a second. But
We'll
let's
get
have
a photo of
Lawrence
Ben
go.
Cousins. You'll understand.
Yeah. What do you use, baby oil or something?
Yeah,
All right.
Australian football players that use baby oil. Makes them harder to tackle.
All right.
Matthew does the same thing before all his shows.
This is also true.
Just on his ankles. Just on the ankles.
Actually correct. Well, I got to make the ankles look nice.
Hashtag show them ankles.
Exactly.
Baby oil berry.
Baby oil on Ben Cousins, baby oil on the ankles. I don't know if Russell Wilson used baby oil, but I don't actually care. I'm going to toast to Russell Wilson. While he's not a backup quarterback, Matthew, a lot of people want him to be, right? But what they also want is Malik Neighbors to be relevant in fantasy football. Well, top 5 relevant. We got Wan'Dale Robinson relevant in fantasy football. Well, the quarterback's Russell Wilson, and people like to say, oh, he just chucking it up. Nah, man, he completed 30-something passes last week. He was dealing, albeit against a not-so-great Dallas defense, where you get Kansas City today, Russell, who, you know, they're a little bit stronger versus the run than they are the pass. So, you know, toast to Russ, who was quarterback 2 last week.
There we go. So Jake,
I was wondering, is it a toaster or speech?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, you threw me off when you said he should be a backup, when I don't know what we're talking about here.
Okay.
we need to cue the Jaws theme. Producer Steven said 15-second toast to start the show. Jay's giving us
I mean,
about
when he said
childhood memories. So Baby Oil Jay here. Remember week 2, Dr. Carter said Jay had a perversion for starting Wan'Dale Robinson, because last year Wan'Dale set an NFL record, 93 receptions, under 700 yards receiving. No one in NFL history has done that. What does he do week 2? Busts out for 8 receptions, 142 yards and a touchdown. Now Russ is saying he's the next Tyler Lockett, could be a star. So my toast is to Wan'Dale Robinson, who we all thought was just a PPR scam artist, actually had depth of target beyond the line of scrimmage and broke out in a big way week 2.
Well done.
Yeah.
All right,
well done.
Robinson,
Not one
the
person
show.
stuck to 15 seconds. Steven, that's a note for next week's show. All right, what are we doing? Burning questions. Can we get to that?
Injuries first, because that's what everyone wants to know, Matthew. Remember, 90 minutes before kickoff of the early games, we're going to tell you the people who might play, might not play. These guys all out. Jaden Daniels, unable to go with that knee issue. Justin Fields, the concussion. J.J. McCarthy, the ankle. 3 starting quarterbacks, all out. Aaron Jones on IR. Xavier Worthy seemed close, but he's out. Chris Godwin, they're saying next week, and Jaden Reed with that shoulder injury is going to be out a while. These are the questions where we're waiting to see if these guys are going to go. Jay, how about the Tuckler? There was some concern with Tucker Kraft based on being downgraded on Thursday, but now potential optimism. What's your lane?
Please refer to him by his real nickname, Tuck Daddy, Tuck Wagon, Tucker Kraft. Yeah, was some concern that he banged up his knee at practice, but all indications are he's good to go. And to be honest, they're playing the Browns. If he wasn't good to go, then they wouldn't be playing him in this game. So I would start Tucker Kraft as usual.
Right now, the trends are, it looks like Emeka Egbuka is trending towards playing, though he might be on a pitch count. Xavier Leggett, he's questionable. It doesn't matter whether he plays or not. You're not starting him. All right, we have a question here for Mitchell. From Mitchell Fisher, should I start Emeka Egbuka, potentially limited snaps? That's what Adam Schefter reported a little while ago. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, unknown workload, or Hollywood Brown as a half-point PPR. I understand the whole limited snap. He might be on limited snaps, but I just feel if a good player is out there on the field, once the adrenaline gets going, I don't know. I can't imagine 3 touchdowns in 2 games, how you're benching Emeka Egbuka. I think that's getting too cute.
That's an easy one for me.
Yeah.
I'd go JCM.
Interesting.
I think they're gonna have a positive game script.
I agree with that.
Where he could have 15 to 20 touches, and Emeka Egbuka's had 3 touchdowns in 2 weeks. You think there's gonna be some reversion as far as this could be the week where maybe he has 4 catches for 70 yards and doesn't have a touchdown?
I think if it's not Egbuka, it is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, because I agree he's going to be the head of that committee. They will be in positive game script. I'm not worried. I think you can run on the Las Vegas Raiders a little bit, but my answer is Emeka Egbuka. So me and Lawrence want you to go with Emeka. George says Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Jay has abstained from helping you out.
I'll go Egbuka. Egbuka for me too.
There you
go.
I like the conviction that JCM is definitely going to be a positive game script. I think a 3-point favorite. Anything could happen there.
Yeah.
Look at Marcus Mariota.
No, Jaden Daniels.
Come on, Marcus Mariota.
Does anyone
Revenge
remember
game.
Marcus Mariota played on the Raiders? How's this a revenge game?
He went 2-0 last year.
One of those
One
games
of
was
them-
the Panthers.
Panthers and
We
then
got a
the
question
Cowboys.
from Colin Smith. Egbuka, Pollard, or Dobbins, PPR League, #FF pregame.
Dobby, but to me it's Tony Pollard. That's the massive workload he's getting. Pollard is, at home against the Colts. I get it. Colts are pretty tough defense here, but we just talked about it. I'm nervous about Dobbins in this one, guys. I mean, again, it's just they're on the road at the Chargers. Chargers defense looks really, really good. Dobbins needs a touchdown to pay off. He's not involved in the passing game, really, and they've been going more pass heavy. The Chargers have, the Broncos have been. Revenge game, I guess, for Dobby, but for me, Tony Pollard, just the guaranteed workload there.
The most uninspiring workhorse back in the NFL.
Tony Pollard, for sure.
Not entirely his fault. The offensive line's not giving him much, but they're 5.5-point dogs now, the Titans, against Indianapolis. That opened 3.5.
We got off the injury screen real quickly, but I'll just say the one injury player that I'm really nervous about, I think most of those guys, DeAndre Swift we expect to play. Charbonnet, he's doubtful. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Juwan Jennings, that one makes me really nervous. It's a 4 o'clock game, so obviously I have a pivot. I don't expect Jennings to play. I think it's a big Ricky Pearsall game at home against the Cards.
Huge Ricky Pearsall day. Cardinals don't have any cornerbacks left.
No.
Which is a problem.
Yes, exactly. That is a problem in the NFL. You've correctly identified that.
Yes.
Battle of the backups for our first burning question as we're taking a look at the undefeated Bengals, 2-0 on the road, 3-point
What is my arm doing there? I guess am I stirring the...
Churning
the fire
You should
or something?
update the graphics so you have a rope for your little stick there as well, so you don't drop that. Let's make sure it's apropos. At the 101 Vikings.
Stephen, when do I get to leave this show? Are we done yet? Is this the last segment?
Tied for the lowest implied game total, 41.5. So how much are we downgrading the pass catchers in this game with 2 backup quarterbacks under center? What say you, Matthew?
I'm downgrading Jamar Chase a little bit, but not much. Let me put it this way. I'm not downgrading them to the extent that it would matter. I mean, I have Jamar Chase at 5. I have Justin Jefferson at 7. So you're starting both those guys. And I can't imagine, I'm a little bit lower on T. Higgins. Just, again, in the 7 starts in 2023, just averaged 13 fantasy points per game. He's my wide receiver 28 this week, but did catch the 42-yard touchdown pass from him.
Yep.
I don't know that you – again, I'm as a top 30 play. I'm as a wide receiver 3. As opposed to the wide receiver 2 he is. Yeah. But still a flex and still – I would lean towards T. Higgins versus away from him if you're trying to make a borderline decision. I'm bullish on Jake Browning being competent. He's my quarterback 18 this week.
T. Higgins had a higher target share than Jamar Chase with Jake Browning in 2023. He had more of a rapport with T. Higgins. I just think with the Bengals situation, Lawrence, it's just what are you going to do? You're stuck with these. There's no action. You're starting Chase, you're starting Higgins, 100%. And it's just whether Browning is going to start in the 2 quarterbacks.
And the good, you could find solace in the fact that it's not like it's some new young backup that's stepping in. This is a guy in Jake Browning that has played several games and several reps with these top receivers. On the other side for Justin Jefferson, Carson Wentz hasn't played with him yet, but still a veteran presence at the position, still an elite receiver in Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson has a 32% target share this year, and I think the jury is still out as to whether Carson Wentz is a downgrade or an upgrade
I think
from J.J. McCarthy.
He's an upgrade on what J.J. showed in the first 2 weeks. He can't be worse than what
J.J. McCarthy's had 1 good quarter in 8 so far this season, and so Justin Jefferson, who produced with the other Dobby, Josh Dobbs, who produced with Nuck Mullins, who's produced with a lot of different quarterbacks. I think Carson Wentz would be just fine enough to get the ball to Justin Jefferson, especially when you consider the Bengals 28th in pass defense through 2 weeks. Worth noting, just in terms of that 2023 year, Chase only played 6 games with Browning. Higgins played 7. So that may be the target discrepancy there. I think on a per game basis, Chase actually had a higher target share. Either way, you're starting you're starting Jordan Mason and you're starting Chase Brown. You're starting the guys you normally would start on these 2 games. You're just lowering expectations a little bit because of the backup quarterbacks.
Legote, 6-2-3, Superflex, pick 2, at least 1 QB, Mariota, Wentz, Darnold, Browning, Wan'Dale Robinson, Jameson Williams, Ramondre.
Yeah, I mean, it's a super flex. Give me Mariota and Browning. That would be the 2 guys I want. I think Browning is actually going to be decent. Again, we've talked about this. In that 2023 season, he was QB 7 in 7 starts in 2023. He was averaging over 19 fantasy points per game. I get it that they're playing on the road at Minnesota. It's a tough place to play. Brian Flores is going to bring the heat. But, anytime you're thrown to guys in T. Higgins and Jamar Chase that can take it to the house anytime they touch the ball, give me Jake Browning. And then we've already talked about Marcus Mariota at the top of the show. I have him as a top 12 quarterback play. At home, revenge game against the Raiders. And Mariota was good in this offense last year.
Browning, underrated story. He had 3 rushing touchdowns in 9 games last year.
Yes, he did.
Or 2 years ago, and had a rushing touchdown last week.
Yes, he
did.
They're
not afraid to utilize him in those type situations where they're, say, inside the 2, deep in the red zone. Moving right along to our next game. Battle of the undefeated. 2-0 LA Rams, they're 3.5-point dogs at the undefeated 2-0 Philadelphia Eagles. This game total 44.5. It's been rough. If you're rostering A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith, panic or patience with the Eagles wide receiver duo? What do you think, Jay?
Panic. I think there's something wrong with this Eagles passing game, and I get that there's a lot of sample with these guys and you have to regress somewhat to that, but to me, A.J. Brown, he just doesn't look like the same guy. And he's dealing with the hamstring in the offseason, but like his separation, metrics, everything, he's just not the same play. Like maybe he'll build up to that. He's 28 years old, so he shouldn't be falling off a cliff like Allen Robinson style. But until we see it, you don't feel great about A.J. Brown. At the same time, you still have to start him because he's A.J. Brown and where you drafted him. Devontae Smith is the strange one, though, Matthew, where if there's going to be no volume in this passing offense and there's just not a lot of deep shots being taken, which is the big thing with Jalen Hurts, is that in the past he would take deep shots all the time. There have been 2 explosive plays that the Eagles have had all season. The bomb to Jahan Dotson in week 1 and then a bomb to Devontae Smith in week 2. But outside of that, there's just no explosion in this passing game.
They're 30th in pass attempts per game. They're 31st in passing yards per game. They have, through 2 games, they have yet to throw a passing touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, that red suit is fire. I will say that, though. Devontae Smith looks good, man. That's awesome. Listen, I have him at wide receiver 34, so I have as a wide receiver 4, Jay. 100%. There's legit concern here. Through 2 games, he's averaging 7 fantasy points per game. He's got under 70 receiving yards total through 2 games. I do have A.J. Brown at wide receiver 17. Akella Witherspoon's not going to play. So the secondary, the Rams, are pretty banged up. One of the people that's going to play, that's going to start for the Rams, Emmanuel Forbes.
Boy.
You probably remember Emmanuel Forbes when he played with the Commanders and was doing stuff like this. My bad. Oh, damn it. There was a lot of some of the Emmanuel Forbes highlights, just like running after guys and and then my bad. That one was on me. My bad.
He's not even like a backup who's starting because he starts every week. He's a starter. Not good.
Don't get me started. Like on Emmanuel Forbes.
Safety situation not great either.
No,
this should be a time.
And
where
I just
you
think
can
there's
throw it.
probably so much. Philadelphia is one of those teams more than most that, like, even though they're 2-0, like sports radio has been going nuts in Philadelphia all week long, complaining about this, and so they can't be this one-dimensional to have the kind of season they want to have. I have to believe they've got to get A.J. Brown more involved in this game against the Rams. So again, he's now a wide receiver 2, not a wide receiver 1, and there's absolute concern, but I'm starting A.J. Brown, wide receiver 17. But Smith, I would want to see it before I put him into my lineup. Yeeclaw says Pollard, Pearsall, Devontae Smith, or Michael Pittman. You know what? I think
Screw it.
I think it's what?
Pearsall.
Pearsall or Pollard.
Pollard.
Again, just the massive workload for Pollard. It's one of those. I'll probably say Pollard just because of this. There's a chance that Juwan Jennings plays. It's a 4:00 game here, and so if I knew Juwan Jennings was playing, it would definitely be Pollard. If I know Juwan Jennings isn't playing, then it's a little bit of a toss-up. But I think just the chance that Jennings might play, I'd probably go Pollard. I will just say this. Pollard is the floor play. Pearsall's the upside play.
I think part of it depends. Is it standard scoring league or PPR?
Yeah.
Because Pollard's only had 1 reception through 2 weeks.
It's a good point. Come on, Yeeclaw. Give us more deets.
Nah, you supposed to say it like Yeeclaw. That's how you supposed to say it. I think that's why he got 2 W's in there.
Okay. Thank you for translating.
But because the 2 W's, the yee makes sense.
I
I don't know the claw.
Claw. It's like not as, the claw's not as long as the yee.
Go ahead.
Like Yeeclaw.
Wow.
Yeeclaw.
Clip that off for the start of the show next week, Stephen. Our next game.
I don't know what that is.
2 struggling offenses. The Texans winless. 1.5-point dogs at the Jags, who are favored by 1.5. Jags 1-1. Over under 43.5. Another panic or patience question. And this is just mind-blowing. Through 2 weeks, BTJ, his season high in yards, 49. Travis Hunter hasn't gone for more than 33. Lawrence, what is happening with this much ballyhooed Jags wide receiver doing?
If the Eagles were to be a panic, then this one will be on life support because at least we know with the Eagles, they could flip the switch on and go crazy in the passing game. We still got to figure out, like, how are they using Travis Hunter? How are they going to get him loose? The last time we seen Brian Thomas going off, it was with another quarterback in Mac Jones. So I would say this would be more closer to a panic, because these guys, Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter, they're the 4th and 5th leading receivers on their team, respectively, with Dynami Brown leading the charge right now. So this is kind of a panic, especially if you're not able to get going against a Texans team.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more patient on the Jags, guys, just because, one, they've had 2 weeks in a new offensive system with Liam Cohen as they get integrated. 2, I think the Jags' defense is very good. They get lit up by Jake Browning, and the Bengals suspect that they're going to need throw scripts, but it is certainly concerning what we've seen so far. On the Texans side, I'm very panicked about the Texans. I thought that scoreline flattered them against Tampa Bay. They should have lost that by double digits. They were completely outplayed by a team that was missing a lot of players. It just looks broken at the moment in Houston. Like, can't get Nico Collins the ball. Can you put Nico Collins in the slot? Can we move him around a little bit? Why is he always out wide and there's nothing going to him?
It's an unmitigated disaster, that offense.
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud looks broken.
Yep.
I think it's the worst offensive line in football. He is running for his life, and he does not seem like the same guy that we saw as a rookie. I think it's a little deer in headlights right there. It is crazy to me that they can't get Nico Collins the ball, that they can't dial up more. He's their best player, and he's the only one that I'm willing to trust today. I get it. It looked good. Nick Chubb, the late touchdown, they let him score. I mean, like, that was a purposeful touchdown. I think otherwise they didn't. They didn't do. I mean, like, right.
But even if they didn't, it was still one run. Like, there was nothing in the run game until that happened.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the only Texan that I'm comfortable starting today, unless I'm truly desperate, is Nico Collins. Guess, if you have to, Nick Chubb, and you hope he falls into the end zone. But, like, I'm not optimistic about that. I am going back to Brian Thomas Jr. I'm at wide receiver 13. Look, he's had a 27% target share through 2 games. I get it. The Texans have a pretty good defense, but I have to believe in his talent. Yep. And so much has been made after last week and Liam Cohen's comments. Like, they're only going as far as their wide receivers can take them, and I think they'll make an effort to get the ball to BTJ today. So I'm sticking by Brian Thomas Jr. I am not working. I have Travis Hunter outside my top 40. I want to see it now before Hunter. I will say they had injuries on the defensive side last game, which is one of the reasons why Hunter played more defensive snaps than he did offense. So we'll see how that plays out today.
Travis Hunter, by the way, just receiving prop is only 39.5 receiving yards.
Hunter?
Yeah. So
yeah.
That's where he's
at.
What's crazy is he actually lead their team in receptions.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
All right,
Start BTJ and that's it.
From Vinny Rubio, Hunter, David Montgomery, Jennings at flex, full PPR.
Is he Knuckles or Sonic? I forget. I guess he's Knuckles, right?
He's Knuckles. Yeah.
The red
dumbest
one. He's
nickname
the
of all
red
time. Yeah. Anyway,
I will go
David
with
Montgomery
David
is the
Montgomery.
answer. David Montgomery's the answer, and it's candidly, Vinny, it's not particularly close.
Sure.
For me.
A lot of confidence.
Yeah, I don't.
We don't know if Jennings is playing, and it's a 4 o'clock game, and we just talked about Travis Hunter, who DraftKings thinks, he's going to be around 40 receiving yards.
It's not close, and that's going to be a tough matchup for Montgomery, but he's the best option out of those guys.
That's the high-scoring game in the slate, though. In any decision, if it's kind of a borderline call, and one of the players is in that Ravens-Lions game on Monday night, give me the guy that's in the Ravens-Lions game. I think that's going to a lot of fireworks that game.
If you could guarantee me full health for Juwan Jennings, I would think I would actually go with Juwan Jennings, but we don't have that guarantee. Even though, to be fair, Montgomery's in the Monday night game, Jennings is in the Sunday, but still, I don't think you want to chance it with Jennings maybe on a snap count, even if he does play.
Because the other thing is that the 49ers could be up big and then just like bench him in the second half. I mean, again, Cardinals are the phoniest 2-0 team in the NFL.
Yeah.
But remember, we got Mac Jones playing quarterback for the. I don't see a 49ers blowout coming. They've had 2 one-score games so far to open the season.
Wow. Why do you hate Mac Jones?
Yeah.
Well, he's
Throw
a
him on the
serviceable
Bo Nix
backup,
pile.
but we're not. It's not Joe
angry.
Montana there. For
Saying he's
Hey,
Joe
man,
Montana,
last
George.
week in that
You said
49ers Saints game, Spencer Rattler, 3 TDs, 0 picks. Mac Jones, 3 TDs, 0 picks. Crazy. actually.
Just saying.
And it wasn't a blowout. It was 26-21.
That's because Spencer, because the
Rat Man.
yeah, the Rat Man,
Trying to get that first win.
Ratty Ice was keeping him in it.
Hey, the Vikings had Spencer Rattler at quarterback. The sky would be the limit.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a superstar.
They should make a trade.
Final burning question. The Raiders 1-1. They had an ugly home defeat against the Chargers. 2.5-point dogs at the Commanders, also 1-1, over under 43.5. You got the Raiders, a short week, played the Monday night game, traveling east, which historically hasn't been good for them against the spread. Commanders 10 days rest after that Thursday night game.
Are you surprised, Jay, all jokes aside, that it's only 2.5?
Only 2.5.
Yeah, it got down to 2.5 now.
What do you think?
Commanders, I think Commanders should be favored by like 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
You see what Marcus Mariota quarterback? Did I miss something?
Yeah.
Geno Smith is by far the better quarterback in this matchup. Everyone's
wouldn't
just
say
given up
by
on the
far.
Raiders
I don't
after
know by
one bad
far.
game.
Definitely by far.
By far is a stretch.
Geno's had one good game and one brutal game this year.
Geno Smith's been good for 2 years. Like, Geno Smith's a good quarterback.
Good's a stretch.
Everyone's just given up on him after he had
Last
one
week.
bad game against the
Geno
Chargers.
Smith's-
Yeah, I think
Geno
the
awful.
Chargers defense is pretty damn good.
He was awesome in week 1, Geno Smith.
Yes,
His
and he was
defense is
awful.
no
And
good.
a touchdown and a
awful in
pick.
week 2.
He had a touchdown and a pick week 1.
Yeah, but he played well. Anyone who watched that game.
No, he
Geno
played
Smith
well,
played
but he has a TD and 4 picks to start the year.
Marcus Mariota, 5-point favorite. Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, Max Crosby. Hope Max doesn't watch the show. He
does.
This is his fuel.
Yeah.
You watching it right
Friend of the
now,
show.
man.
Are you still starting both McLaurin and Debo?
I am. Look, I have Debo at 29, McLaurin at 32, so I guess that sort of depends on your options. But Mariota and McLaurin had a little bit of a connection last season. The 2 games they played together, 16.6 fantasy points per game for Terry McLaurin, 32.5% target share. And Debo is sort of quarterback proof, right? I mean, they design all these different ways to get him the ball, easy touches. Look at that. Come on. Marcus is ready. Look at that. Looks great.
Wow.
I like the suit. It's good color.
You know in football games in the tunnel, Matthew.
Yeah, you start.
You remember that play when he
set
got
the tone.
sacked on the Falcons and then he still threw the ball even though he was sacked?
Hey, guys, update. Schefter just
Then he
tweeted.
retired. or
Hold on,
something.
Lawrence. Schefter just tweeted Juwan Jennings out.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so I definitely play David Montgomery over Juwan Jennings.
Yes,
Way to make
you
the
must do that.
way to make the tough calls. Well, by the way, and the viewer that asked, I would now say Ricky Pearsall,
Yes.
the Tony Pollard, Ricky Pearsall question. Yeah. So all right, and now we go to Jakers. I like Jakers.
Yeah.
The Jakler.
Yes.
The Jakler half-point PPR, Kamara, Debo, or Tony Pollard at their flex.
Jakers is like me meets Cam Akers, if you combine the two of us.
I'm going Kamara. I just don't know how you.
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
I think the Saints keep that game close against the Seahawks, who have
I do too.
no
and
players in their secondary anymore.
honestly, even if they don't, like, there's going to be so many dump offs because the Seahawks defense is so good. Like, get some pressure on him as well. You know the meme that's going around. There's a meme going around where it's like 2 stick figure, like outline stick figures. And it's like, you know, days since your whatever, days since your quarterback retired. You know, took a sack, still threw the ball, and then retired. You know, the entire NFL. Like what? You know, Atlanta Falcons, whatever, 3 years or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be y'all.
That is gonna be
He's
it.
gonna retire
It
today.
is. I will tell you, I love every single one of them. I've seen all. They're all so good.
Yeah.
They're all so good. It's just that might be my favorite meme of the year. Those are all so good.
lot of ones
And
as a
some of them are
Bears
like
fan.
you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, this happened.
This actually happened. And then the best is then you scroll down and you like see somebody's link to the article about like, you know.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Can't believe you guys give me crap for my Ben Cousins story after this stick man.
No, that's great.
think
Everyone
he
else
had-
knows what I'm talking about. You're
wasn't that.
too busy online spreading Nas Reed propaganda and or whatever else you have money on at the time. And
that's true.
the rest of us are engaging with the community.
The regulars.
The regulars.
Shot
The
for
regulars.
shot time. These are the predictions that we feel real confident in to kick off our week each and every week. The four of
Did you know
us
the
will
Raiders
give
have
you our
allowed the
top
4th
3.
most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers, Jay?
Yeah, that's great. They played Justin Herbert, one of the 50% of their season.
Producer Steven
best
saying
quarterback in the
Oregon
NFL.
blur, hurry up offense here.
All right.
So we got to go quick.
Yeah, that's because of Jay's baby oil.
It's already 11:30. They're about to
Yeah,
announce
let's
an
go.
active.
Hurry up. Let's
great
go.
story.
All right. First shot. 20-plus fantasy points for Caleb Williams. Dallas 30th in pass defense through 2 weeks. Russell Wilson, Jalen Hurts both scored at least 24 points. So Caleb, big day coming today.
Got a feeling Micah Parsons' biceps are going to be glistening as he explodes for 2 sacks against the Cleveland Browns, who will be held under 16.5 points. You're in trouble, Joe Flacco. Good luck, my friend.
Hey, Cam Ward's biceps going to be glistening when he throw these 2 touchdown passes and helps the Titans upset the world-famous champion Indianapolis Colts. They took it to the Broncos. They took it to the Rams. This time they come through and beat the world-famous Colts.
I like that call.
Matthew wore Josh Jacobs' jersey on Friday. He said, what NBC employee doesn't like Josh Jacobs? This guy for this matchup against the Browns.
Wow.
Last week they held King Henry to 10 rushes for 20 yards. I'm saying Josh Jacobs going under 79.5 rushing yards in week 3.
I actually really like that call. That's a good one, George. Nice job. All right, but you know who's going to go over 79.5 rushing yards? I'll tell you right now. It's Ken Walker, who's got a top 10 day in him. Absolutely going to crush the Saints. No Zach Charbonnet today. So Ken Walker, who in games in which he's getting at least 16 touches since the start of last year, is averaging over 17 fantasy points per game. KW3 becomes KW1 in your heart today.
Okay. Devontae Adams, who is the man who's going to solve the issues that the Rams have given, that the Eagles have given the Rams in the past 2 matchups, where the Eagles, they play a lot of zone coverage, and then they would play a lot of man against the Rams, and the Rams couldn't solve it. Now they have Devontae Adams, a great man beater. 48% target share against man coverage, Matthew. He goes over 61.5 receiving yards.
I like
the
that.
Rams pull an upset win, plus 164 underdogs. They got there in the end, George.
Oh, man, Jay, you know what, man? A.J. Brown going to go for at least 83 receiving yards and a touchdown. You go 80 yards plus 162 on DraftKings. Because if that doesn't happen, then Saquon's going to run all over them because he's had over 200 rushing yards against them their last 2 games against the Eagles. So if that doesn't happen, A.J. Brown, he gets back on track today.
Trivia question for the regulars. Guess, oh, sorry, skipped you. No, you already went. Why are they showing you? Okay, they cut to your camera shot.
I mean,
Actually,
George,
if you want to read mine,
take a
go
hint.
right ahead.
George, take a hint. That's all I'm saying.
Through 2 weeks, guess which tight end leads all tight ends in target share, air yards, yards per reception, targets per route run.
I'm going to guess Tyler Warren because
Hey, there you go. You got it. He's going over 47.5 receiving yards. Has gone 70 plus his first 2 games. The trend continues. He's a stud.
Last one for me here. Last couple weeks, I've talked up Juwan Johnson. It's made me look smart. He also got me a title 2 years ago in the League of Assholes. 3rd amongst tight ends in target share. Seattle, no team has allowed more fantasy points to opposing tight ends than the Seattle Seahawks. Juwan Johnson, another top 10 day coming for the champion of Live and Into the Cock, Juwan Johnson.
Okay, well done. Okay, the fighting New York Jets. They're not very good, but they're going to cover today, plus 6.5. You know why? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have no offensive linemen left. They're all done. Luke Gadecki's on IR. Kristen Wirf's not coming back till next week. Cody Mock is done as well for the season. So I think the Bucs are in big trouble. Short week as well, coming off the Texans game. I think the Jets keep this one close. Tyrod Taylor airs it out.
Jay, you're talking about that Bucs offensive line. That's why Baker Mayfield been scrambling these first few weeks. That's why he's going to run for at least 28 rush yards, 25 rush yards, plus 156 on DraftKings. Week 1, 33 rushing yards. Week 2, 39 rushing yards. Josh Allen just ran for 59 against this Jets defense. So Baker, bring it home. 28 rush yards, my friend.
I like that one.
Pandering to the man who the show is named after, Matthew Berry. Commanders cover 2.5 against the Raiders. Spread should be closer to 4 or 5.
Thank you. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, George.
Unbelievable.
Exactly.
This is a no-brainer. Mariota went 2-0 last year as the starter for the Commanders. 2nd year in this Cliff Kingsbury offense. He's very comfortable. I think you're not going to have a huge drop-off, at least for this week, against the Raiders.
Raiders win comfortably for mine.
Whoa. Couple of Ohio State alums catching up pregame. Abuka, Garrett Wilson. How stacked was that wide receiver room when they had all those guys in there?
Just absolutely stupid. Ohio State, all the Ohio State wide receivers. Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Terry McLaurin a few years prior.
Yeah.
Like, it just unbelievable, all the Ohio State wide receivers that have crushed in the NFL.
Those guys active. Some of the big names, we told you Juwan Jennings is out. Who else is a game time decision? We'll let you know their status next. We are back. Here's the tweet from Adam Schefter to get it right word for word. He said 49ers wide receiver Juwan Jennings listed as questionable for today's game versus the Cardinals due to shoulder and ankle injuries, will not play and will be out. 49ers QB Brock Purdy also will be out due to his toe injury. Adrian Martinez will back up starting quarterback Mac Jones. So it is the walking wounded for the 49ers skill players. Abuka Kraft, the Tuck Wagon, officially active. Xavier Legette out for the Panthers with that hamstring injury. The rest of these players who are listed as questionable, that's because they're playing later in the day, the late afternoon slate of games. So not officially either in or out at this moment because that is 90 minutes before kickoff. Got a question here from Carl. I'm not even going to guess the last name there, just a mix of balls. With Jennings out, should I entertain starting Pearsall over AGB or Sutton?
Gutless Savaricas.
Yeah.
Just take a shot, mate.
I actually, yes, I'd start him over Sutton. Sutton was bad last week. I mean, and just, they're playing the Chargers and,
Troy Franklin's offense.
It would appear that way. Bo Nix hasn't looked great either. So I'd probably go A.J. Brown and Ricky Pearsall, Carl.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall's one out of those three, I think, pretty clearly at this point.
Yeah.
We got another question. Starting two in PPR, Pickens, Abuka, or Mason, who they said would be the bell cow.
Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
Easy.
Abuka is the one I'm actually benching. Really? I'm Pickens. I mean, come on, against the Bears.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the last two quarterbacks to face the Chicago Bears were named NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
He's good.
And Jalen Johnson's out. As bad as the Bears have been, they're the worst now. I mean, Jalen Johnson's out. I think. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, one of the great travesties that J.J. McCarthy was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah.
What? It's like the 25th best quarterback.
I almost forgot about that.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Anyway,
They definitely let that slide.
Span 14.
Yeah.
Span 14 writes in PPR, Abuka, Jamison Williams, or Ricky Pearsall.
Pearsall.
Ricky Pearsall is the answer there, and I like the unique way you've decided to spell everyone's names. I don't believe that.
The first two was okay. The third one's objectively wrong.
Okay, Dennis Ojeda. I think it's, remember Bobby Ojeda?
Who could forget?
Yeah, of course. Great Astros pitcher. Big Show knows. All right, full PPR. Need a flex between Tucker Kraft, the Tuck Daddy, George Pickens, or the ageless Keenan Allen. I think the answer is Keenan Allen. We don't expect Pat Surtain to be on him. He'll probably be on QJ. Keenan Allen is actually the leaders for your man, Justin Herbert.
He's going to get more targets than those two guys right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Kraft is active. I actually like all these guys, Dennis. I don't think you can go wrong, but Keenan Allen to me feels like the safest play here.
I think the Broncos' defense is good. I wouldn't view it as terrifying at this point. They got roasted by Daniel Jones.
And the Chargers have been ineffective at running the ball through 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So they've kind of inverted what you would have expected out of that offense.
Sure.
Justin Herbert slinging it out of the gates. It seems like that should continue into week 3 against the Broncos. All right, what do we got coming up here next? Waiver ads.
Yeah.
Available in
Thanks for reading the rundown.
See how the professionals do it? Available in more than 50% of leagues.
Do you think this level of professionalism is why the Golf Channel was sold? You think this is why NBC?
Technically,
this is why NBC said, let's get rid of the Golf Channel. They tuned in one day, they saw you on air, and they're like, you know what, Versant, you can take it. We're good.
Well, it's like Office
out
Space,
Versant.
where they thought they fixed the glitch by moving Versant to
Yeah.
Golf Channel, but
Yeah.
I still work here because I'm
Interesting.
still on Fantasy Football Pregame.
Yeah,
they didn't fully get me
That's
out.
an HR glitch. That's just somebody that's somebody asleep at the wheel. Yeah, that's what that is.
What's one name that jumps out at you on this list, Matthew?
Well, we've talked about him a little bit, but, listen, I think Woody Marks is really interesting as a stash just because I don't think Chubb is very good. I don't know if Mixon's ever coming back. But if you're telling me I need to start one guy today, how about Tyler Algier of Lawrence's beloved Atlanta Falcons, double-digit rushes in both games this year. Panthers allow almost 6 yards per carry to opposing running backs. I just think game script here, they're over a touchdown favorite, I believe. Falcon, there's a chance that Algier gets in the end zone.
Yeah.
He has a rushing touchdown this season, and Bijan Robinson, does not.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just called him Johnson.
That's his new nickname now.
Are you familiar with Bijan Robinson's game? He's quite a good player.
Bijan Johnson Robinson.
Yeah, you should look up some tape on him, Lawrence. He's
Lamar
pretty
Johnson.
good.
Just start calling everybody.
For wide receivers, any confidence in the usage for Troy Franklin, who had a big week 2?
I do have
continuing?
confidence. Yeah, I don't know why this would change, particularly with Evan Ingram out. Troy Franklin taking a lot of those crossing routes over the middle, tight end type of routes. He played more snaps than Colton Sutton last week, which I think says a lot. Bo Nix does not look good so far this season. He's only looked good, really, when he's been going to Troy Franklin.
But how about Darnell Mooney, who last week played 100% of the snaps? Like, he had 100% route participation, I should say. 100% route participation last week and playing Carolina as well. 19% target share last week. Feels like he gets more into it. I've already talked about the fact that I think Marcus Mariota is the best of the backups here. Harold Fannin, though, like, it does feel like as good as the Packers defense is, the one thing that you can do on the Packers is throw to your tight end. They allow the 5th most yards to opposing tight ends. Zach Ertz had a big game against them last week in a game in which Washington couldn't get anything else going. So Fannin, who, followed up week 1 with another nice game in week 2, he's had at least 5 receptions in both games. Fannin is, I think, an interesting streamer today.
And this last bit's for all you sickos in those deep 14 and 16 team leagues. You just saw all those previous names. You're like, what the heck? They're already all rostered. So these are available in more than 80% of leagues. If you need a dart throw this week, Matthew, kick us off.
Dontavian Wicks, I mean, like 22% target share last week. That led all the Packers wide receivers. I think this is a good. It's gonna be tough to run on Cleveland, so I think the way they move the ball is through the air. And Wicks, especially with Jaden Reed out, I've always thought he was talented, and just when he's gotten an opportunity, he's produced. He just hasn't gotten an opportunity all the time. Today, he gets an opportunity.
Yeah, I'll take Calvin Austin, who I think is still wide receiver 2 for Aaron Rodgers against a very suspect pass defense in New England. Calvin Austin, he has the same receiving prop on DraftKings basically as Travis Hunter. So be able to get that on the waivers if you're desperate for I think you can go 4 for 40. There's some upside that he could replicate a bit closer to his week 1.
Yeah, for me, I'm going Alec Manor, rookie, who was the recipient of that ridiculous Cam Ward touchdown throw last week. Manor caught 6 targets, 56 yards, the touchdown in week 2. Most important thing, he's playing 75% of the snaps this season, well ahead Tyler Lockett, so he's the clear wide receiver 2 in Tennessee.
I think the Panthers-Falcons game is going to be a shootout, Lawrence. It's a crippling blow for the Panthers that Xavier Legutte's out. So
no.
How will we tell?
Save me. That's okay. Good thing we got.
But you know what? Who would have been a good desperation play too? Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah.
Hunter Renfrow is like
now.
1,000%.
Can I say mine?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Jatavian Sanders. He had 7 catches for 54 yards,
That's
9
not
targets.
Renfrow.
He's not
different
the guy
guy.
who caught 2
The
touchdowns
big
last week.
Renfrow.
But are we sure Hunter Renfrow's available in more than 80% of leagues?
We're not.
Right. We are not.
So that's kind of the whole
bet
bit.
I bet
with
you it's
the
close.
desperation. Jatavian
Look that
Sanders,
up, Big
rookie
Show.
tight end.
Do something over there. Look, what's the roster percentage of Hunter Renfrow?
Casamigos Tequila on YouTube. Like the name here. Who wouldn't want a little Casamigos?
Is that the real Casamigos?
That'd be amazing.
I think he is.
Henderson, Garrett Wilson.
I'm a fan of your work, sir.
Cam Scattaboo. Flex standard scoring.
This is Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson, come on. Yeah. Let's stop. You're drunk on your own stuff there. Come on. You're not starting Scattaboo, in a timeshare against the Chiefs, and Henderson's also backup running back. It's Garrett Wilson. It's not close. Austin Mitchell says full PPR, Troy Franklin, Travion Henderson, or Tyler Algier. I'm saying Franklin here.
Yeah, I think it's Troy Franklin.
I think it's Troy Franklin. Henderson, I mean, Algier is a desperation play, but I need to see Henderson do something before Melendez start him. Daniel Pena, he's one of the regulars. Who to flex full PPR, JCM or Fannin? Thanks. I think it's Bill. Bill Drosky Merritt.
I'll go Bill.
Yeah.
I'll go Bill.
Little Jacory for you, Daniel.
Okay.
You heard me.
We got one more to get to.
All right.
Regulars chiming in here, and this bit, half-point PPR flex spot, Keenan
Ace
Allen.
the shooter.
Oh, nice. Shooter!
Yeah.
Harrison Jr., David Montgomery. Who should I start?
Keenan Allen, Marvin Harrison Jr., or David Montgomery.
It's one of the receivers.
Yeah.
I'll go Marvin
I think
Harrison.
it's Keenan Allen.
I think it's Marvin Harrison.
Marvin
still.
Harrison.
Not that scared of the 49ers secondary. Spencer Rattler just lit them up.
I'm not scared of the 49ers secondary. I am scared of Kyler Murray. I mean, he's been bad. He's been bad this year.
I know, but he's still Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Kind of know what he
Last
is.
week they didn't have to do too much.
I don't know.
Yeah.
tough,
I'm sure the
though.
Cardinals are great, but there's still Kyler Murray. We have a big sample of Kyler Murray. I don't think he's terrible.
2-0, baby.
Yeah.
So who's
You are what
looked
your
worse
records-
throwing the football through 2 weeks? Kyler Murray or Matthew Berry?
It's close.
close.
It's very, very
Toss-up.
close.
Yeah.
But you
Break
know what
the
I
tie
noticed?
right here.
For some reason, we don't have 3 of the little brown balls.
And
so,
I got it.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, look at this. Just like this ball, this one's bigger.
Drop a shot.
Yeah, this one's bigger.
So I love how we're going
it's
through
bigger.
our bit, and then Jay eagerly reaches for the ball, skips the runt football, and goes for one of the normal ones. And he's
well, that one's
so
bigger.
I'm like the deflate
we've got a hole, and it's there's like
Do
it's
describe.
bigger. Yeah.
But you want it to be smaller.
You want it to be smaller.
So-
you got a better shot of getting
So
it
we
through
went
the hole.
3 for 4 last week. You were the only one to miss.
You
You want to
should
go?
start
actually correct.
You want to go
You start
first
off.
or last? You got to go first. Yeah.
Yeah, you go first, man.
Wait,
Let's start.
and now I got
Yeah.
Come on.
Tell
I
him.
mean, it's
Stop being a baby.
Oh,
There you go.
touchdown.
Hey, see?
Bang!
Oh,
that counts.
That counts.
That one doesn't.
Omaha.
Oh.
All right, 2 for
Power.
4.
2 for 4.
Yeah.
You redeemed yourself.
I did. Especially because I threw it from farther away.
Yeah, your depth of target,
But
we've
Jay
heard.
basically was, it was like a
standing
layup
up.
there. It's like a
Layup? I'm from
it's a
Australia.
finger roll. It's like a George
that
Gervin
have
finger
to do
roll
with
right there. Just
No.
I'm from Australia. I go from the
Yeah,
West.
they don't.
Yes, man.
Yeah, they don't. He knows obscure NBA players. So you know who George Gervin is, of course.
Yeah, of course,
Iceman.
the Iceman.
Oh, the Iceman.
Scored 70 in a
No,
game.
he's just old. I mean, it's just.
30 point a game score.
I know. George Gervin.
Stud.
The one thing he could always do is finger roll. Come on.
First
George
drop.
Gervin, the Iceman.
Jalen Hurts passing yards.
This
has
is
a
for
1
me.
As the first digit. It's actually for Jay, but you jumped the gun there.
Oh, good. Well, then let me have a beverage.
You say over or under 192.5.
Yeah, speaking of the Iceman, icy cold passing offense in Philadelphia, I'm going to take under on Jalen Hurts. I just need to see it first before I believe that this is fixed. I know the Rams secondary isn't great, their pass rush is, and Saquon Barkley destroyed this team on the ground last year.
Teteroa McMillan, his receiving yards, Lawrence, at 65.5. Looked great week 2.
Looks like a trap, but he's hit this number in his first 2 games. I gotta go over. He's averaging 9.5 targets a game, and who else they gonna throw to besides your guy Jatavian Sanders? I'm going over.
Bucky Irving, Matthew, now finally your turn. His rushing yardage number at 70.5.
I'm taking the over. Jets are allowing 108 rushing yards per game to opposing running backs. I think the game, it's going to be hot there in Tampa Bay. Games in Tampa. So I think big workload, especially with Ibuka less than 100%. I think, again, they're 6.5-point favorites at home. Big workload for Bucky Irving coming. Give me the over on 7.5 rushing yards for Bucky Irving today.
For the Vikes, Justin Jefferson, Jay, 75.5 for his receiving yardage number.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over here. I think he's getting, for this week, a quarterback upgrade in Carson Wentz in terms of just Wentz's ability to throw down the field. And I think that the Bengals' secondary and defense overall, not particularly frightening. So I think Jay Jettis goes 76+.
We got a combo number for Ramondre. It's rushing and receiving, 59.5, Lawrence.
Yeah, and he blew this out of the water last week, right? But I don't think he's getting another 55-yard reception. He had 27 yards from scrimmage in week 1. Give me the under here.
What does it say about Jalen Hurts that his number's at 192.5? Marcus Mariota's is 13 higher. His is 205.5, Matthew. Are you a believer in Mariota?
I am a believer. Both quarterbacks that have faced the Las Vegas Raiders this year have gone over this number. Drake May, 287, Herbert, 242. So you're telling me Marcus Mariota can't get to 205.5? Yes, give me the over here, especially because I do think the Raiders have a pretty good defensive line. I think it's tougher to run on the Raiders. The way the Commanders move the ball is through the air. Marcus Mariota goes over 205.5 passing yards today.
BTJ has gone under 5.5 receptions the first 2 weeks. Will that change week 3, James?
I think it will. Yeah, I think they're just going to feed him. I think that ultimately, as these receivers get more accustomed to Liam Cohen's offense, it's going to get look a lot better. Cohen is great at scheming up touches for his best players. I think that'll start to surface with BTJ against the Texans.
We got a Daniel Jones prop, but first, are you guys liking Indiana Jones or no? I've seen that nickname.
Sure.
thrown around.
Yeah, it's
I'm
easy.
on board with that.
It's a layup, but it's
Yeah.
fine. Sometimes you got to take
Yeah.
Yay,
the
nay?
low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, so
It's not as good as the Traveler as quarterback nicknames go, but it's not bad.
Not as cunning, for sure.
listen, man, this number
love the Traveler.
actually went up 1 yard, and MVP candidate Daniel Jones
That's right.
has
Let's
blown
go.
past
Let's go.
this number the first 2 weeks. That's why I'm a little bit nervous to say under, but I'm going under here. The Titans' defense is better than folks think. It took the Rams' offense a while to get going last week. Again, the Broncos' offense struggled against them as well. And if Jonathan Taylor has a great rushing day, I just don't see it for Daniel Jones. So I'm going to go under on Daniel Jones MVP candidate, Daniel Jones.
That's right. Go
That's what they
Colts.
calling him now.
Colt up.
I ain't
it's
calling
wild.
that. That's what they calling him.
Hold up.
2
Hold
weeks,
up.
they're 2-0. They've been one of the
For the
surprise,
Yeah.
surprise breakout
Or
stories.
indeed the shoe.
One of those September stories.
I will say this: the Colts have, I think, the best mascot in the NFL. Blue, he's awesome.
Okay.
it was pretty
I'm
good.
just saying.
No.
By the way, Blue's got like 7 million followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
Blue is,
Was lighting it up.
yes, he is.
Big numbers.
Big numbers.
Speaking of big numbers, Kenneth Walker III rushing attempts, 19 and a half, Matthew.
Yeah, give me the over here. Don't like that I'm taking all these overs, but the fact is that the Seahawks have had 22 and 28 running back rush attempts in their first 2 games. No Zach Charbonnet today. You think we got the one game last year in the one game in 2023 that Zach Charbonnet did not play and Ken Walker played. He had 26 rush attempts. So, yeah, again, as home favorites, no Charbonnet. Give me the over on 19 and a half rushing attempts for KW3.
The next guy we're looking at, the 2023 Comeback Player of the Year, Joe Flacco.
Well done,
Yes.
George. Well done.
Passing yards, 226 and a hook.
Under on Joe Flacco. He's going to be on the bench by third quarter. Micah Parsons is going to eat this man alive. No, he's going under. This is the best defense in football. There's no playing around in this game. He's in big trouble, Joe. I wouldn't want to be Joe Flacco today.
What if he throw it 60 times, though? 'Cause last week, he threw 45
Okay,
times. He
that's-
couldn't hit 200
That's
yards.
60 times Micah Parsons can get after him and try
Yeah,
sack.
all right,
He's not
fair
going to
enough.
survive out there.
Lawrence, the Bears, good matchup against the Cowboys. That secondary has looked rickety, especially last week against Russ. This is a combo passing and rushing yards for
Yeah,
Caleb
yeah.
Williams, 266 and a half.
I will go the over here because Dallas is the 3rd worst defense in football statistically. You look at the over-under for this game, too, 50 and a half. Caleb Williams already has a 50-plus rushing game on his resume this season, so I'm going to go over this week for Caleb.
We're going to wind it down with Patrick Mahomes. His passing and rushing yardage number just below Caleb's, 264 and a half, Matthew.
I'm going to go over here. He's been
All overs? Matty
all
overs?
Matty overs, apparently. Damn, Matty overs. But look, Mahomes has been over this number in 3 of the past 4 games dating back to last season. Giants have allowed a quarterback to go over this number in both games so far this season as well.
Yep.
I don't think the Chiefs go to 0-3. I think Patrick Mahomes,
high hopes.
they cannot go to 0-3, and that means Patrick Mahomes is going to do whatever he has to in big games like this. We've seen in the playoffs as well. He's been running more this year. He's gonna tuck it and run whenever he has to help them. So give me the over on 264 and a half passing and rushing yards for Patrick Mahomes tonight.
They've been completely unable to run the ball.
Yes, that's the other
He's their
thing.
lead
2 weeks.
rusher.
I know.
That's right.
Sad state of affairs. DraftKings Sportsbook, official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets instantly and $200 off. NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV. Just download the Sportsbook app. Use promo code FFHH when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook.
The crowd!
The
It
crowd
is
is
yours!
Yeah.
It's yours.
Oh,
Oh, my man.
Joe
there he is.
Flacco.
Oh,
Black
God.
Daddy.
He
Come
said
on.
he's throwing for 200
The
today,
Flackler.
baby.
The
got-
Flackler. Come on now.
I think when your name's Flacco, you just Joe Flacco.
No, the Flackler.
Flack.
Come on, Lawrence, get on board with this.
Flacco.
Flacco.
Affleck.
He's going for 227 yards today.
Give me
that.
4 sacks, Micah.
Yes.
4 sacks.
Look how nimble he looks. Yes, look at that.
Like a young Ben Cousins.
Oh, yeah.
How many
See,
rushing
closer
yards
game than
does he
people
get
think.
today?
Practice killing.
He was kind of glistening,
Yeah.
his muscles.
Come
See the back of his
on.
legs?
Come
Is that
on.
the new word of the show?
Come on.
It's some of my best memories. I think just my dad being on the Mets and playing in those National League Championship Series versus the Braves, or playing in the World Series versus the Yankees, and that's when I could first start remembering stuff. And I don't know what the rules are back then, but they just like had me out on the field. Like I was taking ground balls with like Derek Jeter, and then shagging fly balls, and so it was super cool. And I had a lot of great experiences. Then back at the time, the Mets were my favorite team because my dad had the most success, and it's fun to be able to go to New York, and it's such a great city, and play a football game there now.
Connor Rogers has had a lot of days off because the Mets are 4-9 in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
only one game up on the Reds for the last wild card spot in the National League. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs try and keep the vibes high in New York, where they face the Giants in a primetime showdown. That's tonight, 7 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. I saw a stat: the Giants since 2019 are 2-18 on primetime games, the worst in the NFL.
Jay laughing like that's not a good record.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but it could be worse. So you could have bet a lot of money on the Giants at 80-1 to win the NFC East last
A lot
year.
of money.
Somebody did that?
Bet a little bit of money. Also bet on them to make the playoffs.
With an
before the season
MVP
this year,
candidate
plus
under center
6.5.
then, Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, they should have kept him. Just imagine.
It all comes back to
If they had
Danny Dimes,
if they had
baby.
Daniel Jones right now, they'd be 10-0.
We'd even play 3 games. They still be 10-0.
All right, it's the Noon Blues. We are noon on the button here on the East Coast, 9 a.m. for our friends on the West Coast just waking up on YouTube, Peacock, wherever you're joining us. So what is driving you to drink if you got the hair of the dog and you're just trying to power through this Sunday?
Yeah, honestly, A.J. Brown. A.J., I mean, it's the whole, this passing offense, the fact that they're passing like 100 yards a game. A.J. Brown, who was drafted as a top 10 wide receiver, we thought, hey, well, they're not going to be as run heavy this year. Oh, no, they're more. Like, it's insane. Jalen Hurts is like, I'm never going to throw. So anyway, I'm holding out hope. I still have A.J. Brown as a top 20 play at wide receiver this week. But, like, if they don't get something going against the Rams today and their depleted secondary, again, Emmanuel Forbes. You can't burn Emmanuel Forbes. You shouldn't be in the NFL. Lawrence could burn Emmanuel Forbes.
Ooh, that's pushing it.
Well, dude.
That's pushing it.
Dude.
We got hamstrings.
A.J. Brown's driving me to
here.
drink.
Okay, this is also supposed to be a short segment, I was told. Thank you, Matthew, for your monologue. All right, well, I'll take the Jags passing game. I talked about how I think that they're going to bounce back, and I think that it'll just take some time under Liam Cohen, but that is a projection going forward. And what we've seen so far has not been good. Trevor Lawrence is the #1 pick in the draft a few years ago. He's made a playoff run. He's shown that he can play at a top 10 level. He has not looked close to that guy so far. He has no rapport yet with these wide receivers. We don't know which wide receiver is going to pop on a given week. Brian Thomas Jr. is pulling out of plays over the middle of the field. Travis Hunter does not look right at all. So Jags, it's a tough matchup against the Texans, but it's time to get moving. Let's get this passing game going.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, what's driving me to drink, man, these rookie running backs, man. We got a lot of talent here with these rookie running backs, but we may have jumped the gun on a lot of these guys. Ashton Genty, Travion Henderson, Cam Scatterboo, Bayshell Tootin, Bill, he's in there too, Matthew. Amarian Hampton, R.J. Harvey, a second-round pick. None of these guys are averaging 10 fantasy points per game so far. In fact, the only rookie that is Dylan Sampson. And the only reason he is because he caught a garbage touchdown pass from Dylan Gabriel when they were getting blown out by the Ravens already. So rookie running backs, show up for your boy.
You didn't even mention Caleb Johnson, who is a healthy scratch.
Because
he doesn't play special teams. Well, he played special teams last week and screwed it up, and so they're like,
Right. So
Trey Sermon coming up. Yeah.
I didn't mention him because I was trying to do him a solid.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Think he's sitting at home watching? He's inactive.
No, he's
got nothing better to do.
He is not watching because I talked to him at the combine and he said he got no clue about anything fantasy football, but he appreciates those fantasy folks that like him. But that was back.
Yeah, I don't think they like him anymore.
They don't, I don't know.
Another healthy and active, Jaden Blue.
Yeah.
Hasn't played the first 2 weeks for the Cowboys. There was a lot of buzz that he could be a big part of that backfield. Hasn't been the case.
No.
What's
That's
driving me to
That's
drink?
when I forgot to mention
Really?
too, but yeah.
You're a Bears fan, and that's what's driving you to drink?
That was my segue.
Oh,
Here's
got
what's
it.
driving me to drink.
Oh, got it. Okay.
The Bears have given up 73 points the last 5 quarters. You guys already hit on the 2 NFC Player of the Week, both based the Bears. J.J. McCarthy, Jared Goff. Will it be 3 for 3? This offense or this defense looks historically bad. Every offense that goes against them has looked spectacular. Now they get the Cowboys. It's going to be more of the same. If they fall to 0-3 with Ben Johnson, the panic button is fully engaged if you're a Bears fan. So I think all Bears fans are already drinking to numb the pain prior to this 4:25 Eastern kickoff. Yeah.
Good job, George. Way to make it about you again.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Yes.
I'll do that every week.
That's what I do. I'm the one who makes it about himself. Like, stay in your lane, George.
Oh, poor George.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Someone gets it. Joseph Cook to the Lure crew.
I like that.
Respect the regulars know. If
Yeah.
you know, you know. It's driving
Know
me to
you
drink.
know.
The JSN news, him or Ladd? 10-team non-PPR league.
Yeah, I think you still got to go with JSN. I know there was an illness, but if he's out there, he's going to be fine. And honestly, as much as we think Ladd is McConculous, he might be the third best wide receiver on his team fantasy-wise. Again, we love Ladd McConkey's talent, but through 2 weeks, Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen both have more fantasy points than Ladd McConkey. Now, I think they'll get him involved, but JSN is just so, Keenan Allen and
One man off.
Keenan Allen and QJ they're clearly a thing.
Yeah.
McConkey's
Yes,
not
they
getting
are.
the kind of target share that he did last year, and so I think the answer is Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Agreed.
We had someone chirping in the chat. Said Caleb Johnson is active, you boomer.
Oh, here you go. Regular Joey. The fact that Matthew's ankles look better than mine drives me to drink. Where's the whiskey? Fair enough.
That's
right, baby.
What it is
That's
is
right,
that
look at
he
that.
won't be returning kickoff.
Here, get
kick
rid of that.
returns.
Get rid of that
That's what it
Chiron
is.
so they can get a look at the money. Yeah, give him a money shot right there. There you go.
I'm
There
just
you
gonna
go.
look away.
Look at that. No, look
gonna
at
look
that.
over.
That's for you, baby. There you go.
What?
What
Yeah,
we
you
want on
heard me.
Sunday.
What the hell's going on in here?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Sucks.
From Luke on the tube, what's driving me to drink? Jaden Daniels and my backup Justin Fields are out. I'm starting Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, man. Like,
Do worse.
no, you could do worse, but I mean, like, I get it. Like, I have, I'm in Scott Fishbowl, for those of you familiar. My 2 quarterbacks were Jaden Daniels and Justin Fields. I'm starting Tyrod Taylor today. Somebody beat me to Marcus Mariota. The waiver, it's a 2-quarterback league, and I'm only starting one. I'm only starting Tyrod Taylor because there's nothing left on the waiver wire. It's a crazy.
You
super
have
deep
to
league.
put somebody in the quarterback spot there.
Yes, it is. I am starting Marcus Mariota in the League of Assholes. I'm playing Denny this week.
From Brian Lomar on Twitter, are Xavier Worthy, Chris Godwin worth the wait, or should I drop one or both of them? Hashtag
Absolutely.
FF pregame.
I mean, unless you're desperate to use one of those roster spots, absolutely not. There's a chance that Chris Godwin and Xavier Worthy are back next week. Both. That's the report that Godwin and Tristan Wirfs, by the way, for the Buccaneers, should be back next week. And Worthy's been practicing in limited fashion. Yeah. We'll see what happens tonight on NBC and Peacock. I'm a company man as the Chiefs take on the Giants. But I think there's a very legitimate shot, Brian, that Worthy and Godwin are both back next week. And if not, certainly the week after. Both guys are absolutely worth the wait. You've waited this long. I would keep waiting at least 1 or 2 more weeks. Cord Phillips wants to know, this is a good one for you, George. Who's the most trustworthy Bears wide receiver on Sunday, Rome Odunze, or is it DJ Moore's Day in the Sun, hashtag FF pregame? What say you?
How about the menacing profile photo there? Steven Seagal lurking in the background. I'd go Rome Odunze.
I agree.
Especially what we saw last week. It seems like he's turning into the de facto #1 option for the Bears so far, at least with a small sample size. Our next question here coming on YouTube, and we got Sir Robin's Minstrels. Oiled ankler.
Yeah.
Can't bring him down. Which 4 ankles will
right.
get more points in standard non-PPR? Jesse Hampton, Stevenson, or Judkins. Baby oil berry, hashtag glistening as well.
Listen,
Might be the
regulars.
comment of the day. so
That is
far.
comment of the day. Regulars, you all pay attention. That's how you get on the air. That's how you get your question answered.
Now,
Baby oil berry.
Damn right.
You heard it here.
Yeah.
is that a hashtag, or is he saying, baby oil berry? Because hell nah, to the latter.
Let's
I
not
just
dive
wanna
in
know.
too deep, Lawrence. Just
saying
take it
I-
face
Look,
value.
if you gonna put it out there,
Some mysteries are better left unsolved.
Hey, what are you saying? Are you saying I'm not glistening?
not yet, according to Sir Robin Minstrels.
Oiled ankle.
Oil ankler.
Sir Robbins,
Look what you started, Jay. Look what you have started.
Sir Robbins, I
very cool.
get the question. I think it's to me, you're definitely starting Ashton Genty. I think it's a little bit of a toss-up between Omarion Hampton and Ramondre Stevenson. I want no part of Judkins against the Packers. I'm still going to lean on Hampton here a little bit. I think he's got the better chance at a touchdown. Stevenson on the road against Pittsburgh. But, I have Hampton at 23. I have Ramondre at 26. So it's a little bit of literally a coin flip who gets in the end zone. But I'm going to go with the rookies, Genty and Hampton today. That's my take.
Got another one popping up. Hard to top the question that we just saw, but we'll give it our best shot here with the regulars. And this coming from Jenna Moriello, and she's wondering, fantasy besties, I got to pick up an insurance running back in case DeAndre Swift doesn't play, which I think Bears fans everywhere are hoping is the case. Kenneth Gainwell, Kareem Hunt, or Trey Benson?
Oh, well, Swift. I think Swift is going to play.
Yeah.
But here's what I would say. Because Swift is going to play, Jenna, I would actually pick up Trey Benson. That's the one I think is the most interesting long-term play. He's basically splitting the snaps with James Conner right now. Don't hate the matchup with San Francisco, but more importantly, I think just given the long injury history of James Conner, I think Benson's the more interesting long-term play. Like, there's no upside to Gainwell or Kareem Hunt, right? I mean, I think there's a chance that, if they don't...
Hunt's a 50-50 timeshare.
He 100%
hasn't been good, though.
It hadn't been good, and Pacheco hadn't been good, and I think there's a chance, Lawrence, that if they don't do anything tonight, that suddenly we see a lot more Brashard Smith for the Chiefs.
And to your Trey Benson point, I think he's the best one out of those who could break a long one. But I would say this, too, Jenna. See what's up with Kyle Monangai. See if he out there because, he could step right in there. He's the only other running back for the Bears getting touches there. So I would take that as an option as well.
Yep.
Yeah, Monangai had 7 carries for 28 yards in garbage time last week. They're saying they want to try and get him more involved in the offense, which has been the most inefficient run game in the NFL after the first 2 weeks. So maybe worth a flyer.
Brutal. By the way, I like the phrase fantasy besties.
I do too. Ryan McGlynn, can't think I'm feeling like I'm on my deathbed. Sounds like you might need a drink to kick off your Sunday, but I'm still here for the ankles.
Of course
Who
you
is
are.
it?
Everyone is.
The
Everyone
Matty
loves
Ankle
him.
Show, full
Goddamn
PPR,
right.
Hampton, Ibuka, or the Riddler.
The Riddler.
Riddler out.
Yeah.
Riddler out.
Yeah.
You got to see it with the Riddler.
Riddler
I'm going
might
to
be
say
done.
Ibuka. Because it's full PPR, I'm going to say Ibuka.
Full PPR.
Yeah. You're thinking of Hampton?
I think it's a coin toss between those two. I think Hampton has
I'm really
more
thinking Amari Hampton get that touchdown today.
Yeah.
He
Jonathan Taylor demolished the Broncos'
Yes,
run
he did.
defense.
He did.
Yeah.
100%
I think they're going to be playing with the lead as well. They're 3-point favorites now. I might go Hampton.
Jonathan
Close.
Taylor, Marion Hampton.
Brian Hampton's pretty talented.
No, I know he's talented.
Yeah, right.
Jonathan Taylor's a top 3 back.
Yeah,
in the
as I said, I
NFL.
made the glistening your worst nightmare. He's back. Jonathan Taylor's
Go with
back.
Hampton. Go with Hampton. I'm with you guys. Let's go. Let's go with Hampton.
Right or die. We're going to be going to Mecca Ibuka over the right or die in week 3.
No, fair enough.
Let's turn
Fair
it
enough.
over to
I'm
our
a big Emeka Ibuka fan.
to our
Yeah.
rankings, our quarterback ranks.
Oh, we're finally
Juicy
there?
matchup for Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, Matthew.
Yeah, he's a top 10 play. I have him at number 5. Obviously, Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon are out through 2 weeks. No team allows touchdown passes at a higher rate than your Chicago Bears. Start Dak Prescott today.
They've given up 7 touchdowns to just 1 interception this season, also among the top 10. While the Bears have been atrocious, Caleb Williams has been very fantasy viable.
Yeah, talked about it earlier, him using his legs now. He's quarterback 10 so far in fantasy points per game. Dallas has allowed the second most points to quarterbacks in fantasy. So the other quarterback on the side of this matchup, I think, has himself a game as well.
As we go to 11 through 20, I think it's contractual for Matthew that we have to talk about the Commanders every 10 minutes on the show for Fantasy Football Pregame. So, of course, of all the names on the list,
okay.
let's go to number 12, Marcus Mariota. Sell us.
Yeah, I didn't make the rundown.
You know, 4 times already.
For the love of God, what are you?
Yeah, maybe some viewers are just joining. They want to hear more about Marcus the Great
The Marcus
Mariota.
Mariota show.
You know what, Jay?
Marcus Mariota
How about this?
happy hour.
How about this? Maybe pipe up during the production meeting, set him on air. How about that? If you got a problem with this Marcus Mariota propaganda, then you can voice your concern during the production meeting. But at this point, the show is going on as it is. You're damn right I'm bringing him up for a 4th time. He's my number 12 quarterback today. This is somebody who, in the 2 games that he played last year where he made appearances, he had 90 combined rushing yards. He had a rushing touchdown as well. Raiders are 27th in the NFL in pass defense after 2 weeks. And oh, by the way, in the 2 games that replaced Jaden Daniels last year, he had over 19 fantasy points in both of them. And you see it right there. Scott Abraham tweeting out, big day for Marcus Mariota getting the start today for an injured Jaden Daniels. Look how healthy he looks. Look how glistening he looks. Warming up there at beautiful FedEx Field. No waste raining down today. God bless.
Unbelievable.
Completely,
nice
you know what,
day to
brand
quit on
new
your team.
peanuts. If you go buy a bag of peanuts, they're brand new.
So glad you have a string.
See, it would have been gone right there.
You're 1 week away
It would have been over there.
from having a string for you on the show.
You know what's
Being a
going to
leash
happen?
kid.
The tape is rattling.
It really is.
Yeah.
You know what? I
Spencer
wonder
Rattler
if
on
I could slingshot this.
Oh, no. You can't drink any more
Slingshot
water.
at me so it could
Now you're gonna complain.
I was trying to.
I had to
Flip
watch
cup when you-
Yeah, exactly.
Mariota take a sack and throw the ball again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
unbelievable. Talking about Marcus Mariota is like Drew Bledsoe backing up Tom Brady 25 years ago. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
When they win by 6.
Mariota's the 40th best quarterback. All right, anyway,
Yep.
let's move on.
I
Sidebar
said 40th.
40th best quarterback in the NFL. It's not an uncontroversial take.
in Washington, D.C. To our running back ranks, 1 through 10, and these are all the no-doubters that you have in your lineup each and every week. Kenneth Walker III, after that monster week 2 going over 100 yards, cracks the top 10. He's number 10 on the list. Derrick Henry had a very pedestrian week 2, just 20 rushing yards. We'll see if he gets right on Monday night against the Lions. To 11 through 20. And how about Alvin Kamara so far through 2 weeks in the Saints offense that has been so-so with the Rat Man?
Through 2 games, only one running back has a higher snap rate than Alvin Kamara. By the way, no team has allowed more receptions or receiving yards to opposing running backs than your Seattle Seahawks. 3rd most fantasy points allowed to the position. Again, they're dogs on the road. I think Kamara gets a big workload today. I'm at running back 11.
How about the question here from Trevor McPherson, full PPR, Kamara or Scary Terry?
It's Kamara, and it's not close. And Scary Terry, of course, is catching balls from Marcus Mariota. That's 5 times. But I still think Alvin Kamara is your choice there, Trevor. Trevler.
Yes, Traveler. He can be the Traveler. Trevor Lawrence, we got to think of it better than
I
that.
love the look of self-satisfaction
Yeah.
when you say the traveler. Like it's
Yes.
right.
I'm going to make it a thing.
It's
Some
like
eureka moment that you just had.
say the traveler and just like,
No, he immediately looks to us like the applause sign is lit up.
Can I get Traveler? Can I get some love? Come on, Traveler.
It's a
like a
great
doggy
thing.
fetching
Screw
for
you
a
guys.
bone.
It's a great
Screw you
thing.
guys. I'm gonna make that a thing. I'm gonna make it happen.
So
You
you're going to have
watch.
to say it on the FNIA or you got no chance to make it a thing. Sure, just one shot.
Well, luckily we have got the Jaguars. I'm sure 4 or 5 times. It is what it is.
It
All right,
certainly
where do we
is
go?
what it is. Workload for Jordan Mason. Expectations how that's going to shift with Aaron Jones on the IR.
Jordan Mason's rushing prop, 77.5 rushing yards on DraftKings. It's 6 yards lower than Bijan Robinson, 16 yards higher than Kyron Williams. And I think he's got a very good chance of getting into the end zone as well. So I think Jordan Mason is like a fringy RB1
I agree.
today with the volume that he's going to get.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. You heard me. He's way
Fringy.
better than Marcus Mariota.
Fringy RB1. What a
Nah,
sell.
those are fighting words.
At quarterback too?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's not get too carried away.
Wildcat.
Next question here from
Dadrian.
Dadrian Taylor, 12-team PPR.
Seen Game of Thrones? Daedrian.
Adrian. Yeah,
From
yeah,
there.
okay.
Well, maybe he's doing a pun.
He wants to know who he should flex: Drake London, Jordan Mason, or Mike Evans, Lawrence.
Man, I would go Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason.
Really?
I don't think it's
I'm going Drake London. I'm going
Mason.
Detective Drake London. I
think
think Jordan
they're
Mason. I will say this, Dadrian. I don't think you can screw this up because I like all 3 of these guys, but I'm going with Drake London.
I'm not sure if the Falcons are going to throw in the second half.
That's the thing.
Carolina.
That's the
That'll be
thing.
right. Yeah,
That's the
that's
thing.
fair.
It could be a shootout, but if it looks like the Vikings game from last week, then you out of luck, boss.
Yeah.
That was
But to me, it's definitely between those two, between Mason
Indeed.
and
Both good
London. But
choices.
I'm sticking by Drake London, Detective Drake London.
But last game showed their DNA. If they're ahead, they just want to pound the rock and alternate
Indeed.
between
Yeah. When you get both
Bijan Robinson.
Bijan, he changed back.
Oh, he did change
yeah,
back.
he changed back.
Bijan Johnson Robinson.
Yeah, and Tyler Algier.
We're off the rails.
21 through 30, Tony Pollard, Matthew. Still waiting for him to get in the end zone. Good yardage totals through 2 weeks, though.
I mentioned that there was only one running back in the NFL with a higher snap rate than Alvin Kamara, and that man is Tony Pollard, right? 89% of the snaps he's playing so far this season. He's averaging over 19 touches a game, over 90 yards per game. And the Colts, your Colts, Jay Croucher, are allowing 5 yards per carry to running backs. That's 6th highest in the NFL. I have Pollard as running back 21. My man, Lawrence Jackson over here, said the Titans are going to upset the Colts. And if that happens, Tony Pollard's going to be a big part of it. I think he's a strong RB2 today. Exile.
You don't read Roman numerals,
12?
do you?
No, I mean, it's
7. Sorry,
It's
I thought there was
Exile
another X in
7.
there.
Exile. Well, no,
It
it's
could be Exile XV.
It could be
It
would be-
27 though, because X is 10, XVII, so that's 27.
That's 17.
17, man.
17.
It's exile.
Hold on. You're trying to school me on Roman numerals.
But I had it right. I just did the math
It's
wrong.
not a Roman numeral.
Oh, you had it right. You just did the math wrong.
I did the math.
I
wrong.
gotta
Question
use-
was math.
I gotta use that excuse for now. No, I had it right. The math was just off.
That's just true. Because the 10, X is 10.
That's an all-timer.
Text
And
is
then V is
like, anyway.
5.
You screwed me up when you said 17 at time. Anyway, whatever. It's 17.
math.
And then I added the 10 in my mind, and
He got a question.
screw all of you guys. Anyway, full point PPR, pick one for my flex. Tony Pollard, Marvin Harrison Jr., or Wan'Dale Robinson. I think it's still Pollard.
Like me some Wan'Dale Robinson, but I'm going to go Tony Pollard right here.
Yeah, Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard, 100%. We were closing out our running back
Oh,
ranks.
thank God.
And we got Cam Scatterboot,
Yeah.
who's taking control of this Giants backfield. Was that a one-week blip, or is that how things are going to look going forward with the rushing volume for the G-Men?
Listening to Brian Daboll, it sounds like they're going to go with the flow with the hot hand approach. But if you're going to go off last week, Scatterbo, his percentage of running back touches went up to 54% from 21% in week 1. So he will be very involved regardless. And you see they used him at the goal line. He scored the touchdown. So, and I see Barry, you have him a couple spots ahead of Tyrone Tracy, and based off last week, that's valid.
I like the notion, just the concept of someone taking control of the Giants' backfield. It's like Spencer Rattler has taken control of the New Orleans quarterback situation.
I mean, he really has, though.
He has.
Yeah, he has.
He's
Come on,
good.
stop it.
Yeah, the Rat Man.
Troy Martina, flex PPR, Scatterbo, or give Golden one more chance. Hashtag Baby Oil Berry. I think that's going to replace hashtag FF Pregame
I like it.
going forward for the show.
Scatterbo's the answer here, though. I do not know. It's just we haven't seen enough from Matthew Golden to give him another chance yet. Scatterbo's got, I think, a decent shot of getting into the end zone tonight.
I'd try and buy low on Matthew Golden, but not for using him this week.
Correct.
I dig that. Let's transition to our wide receiver ranks. Matthew Rome Odunze had 80-plus receiving yards, 2 touchdowns last week. I think he could become the Bears' #1 at the end of the season. Where do you think he's headed?
Odunze? I think he already is the Bears' #1. You said by the end of the season. I think he's there. He's got a 30% target share this season, George. No other Chicago players above 18%. He's had at least 6 receptions in both games so far. Cowboys, by the way, absolutely brutal in the secondary. They gave up 74 combined points to Giants wide receivers in week 2. 74 points, George. 74. That's a lot, not a typo. Yeah, Rome Odunze is the #1 wide receiver for the Bears, and he's my number 12 wide receiver this week.
Perfect. Just outside the top 10, showing you the names for the top 10, and we'll drop it on down to 11 through 20. Tirico McMillan, just outside the top 15. He's become, and this was the projection with where he landed, Jay, with the Panthers, a surefire start every week, maybe oscillating between wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 in your fantasy lineups.
Yeah, good use of the word oscillating. Tedero McMillan coming in 16 on Matthew's rankings. That's XVI if anyone's doing it in Roman numerals. What if I told you that Tedero McMillan, his receiving prop, 4 yards higher than Detective Drake London? These are the kind of areas that he's operating. And the reason is that it's pretty much just him out there.
Yeah.
It's him and Hunter Renfrow, Julian
exactly
Jatavian Sanders.
There we go. You forget.
Yeah, they're 5.5-point underdogs. I think One, Tedero McMillan is very good. We're very convinced of that. 2, he's just eating a ton of target share. And I think that he's a guy you can pencil in every week for 5-6 receptions for 65, 70 yards and a good chance, a chance of a touchdown.
Thank you on YouTube. If you did this in Roman numerals, it would take us about 20 minutes to decipher. 777-412, start 2, half-point PPR, McMillan, MHJ, or ride or die, Hampton.
I'm going to go McMillan and Hampton.
I think it's
2. Yeah. I'll go.
I'm going to say McMillan and Hampton.
I'm going to say McMillan and Harrison.
I'll go McMillan and Hampton.
You're short in Hampton.
Are we giving up on Marvin Harrison Jr.?
A little bit.
Really?
A little bit.
It's okay in week 1.
I think,
Hampton better chance of scoring a touchdown.
I just think Kyler looks terrible. I honestly do.
He doesn't look good. He's not pulling the trigger. Collinsworth. It's very strange. But is he like washed already?
I don't think he's washed.
young.
I just think he's still not on the same page with him. And
It's been 2 years.
Ride there. I know.
Same offensive coordinator.
No, dude.
Some guys take longer than others to get adjusted. Panthers rookie wide receiver Tet McMillan getting loose for their home debut. Panthers starting the season with 2 road games where they were blown out in each. So finally get to the friendly confines of BOA Stadium in Charlotte. 21 through 30, George Pickens had his first trip to the end zone last week for the Cowboys. And you would think this Cowboys offense against this Bears secondary, Matthew, everyone is going to be able to eat week 3.
I mean, you mentioned it. Like both Johnson and Gordon out for your Bears. We talked about this before. Through 2 games, no team in the NFL has allowed more touchdowns to wide receivers than your Chicago Bears. There's a lot of stats that start that way. Through 2 weeks, no team in the NFL has allowed more blank than the Chicago Bears. There's a lot of different stats you can fill into that blank, George. And so far this season, 71% of the Cowboys' end zone targets have gone to George Pickens. I think he gets deep for one in this one. I'm at wide receiver 22. I think he's a borderline wide receiver 2 I'm at wide receiver 22, and I have him as a borderline wide receiver 2 this week. Short hops trading cards, another one of the regulars. 2 studs in, 2 duds out. Adunze, Montgomery, Etienne, Pickens. Hashtag FF pregame. For me, it's Adunze, who we just talked about, and Travis Etienne, who clearly has taken control of that Jaguars backfield. I think he can run on Houston.
Yeah, I feel like at some point the rug is going to get pulled out of Etienne.
Yeah.
And this 1 week it's going to be the Bayshol Tootin show in shades of Rashad White having the rug pulled out by Bucky Irving last year and Liam Cohen's offense, but that's probably not going to be in week 3.
Shifted on over to our end of our wide receiver ranks, the Riddler,
Oh, my goodness.
Calvin Ridley.
Is he done, Lawrence?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see today, right? It's not a great matchup, but that banged-up Titans offensive line does get some relief. You went against Denver, who allowed the fewest points to receivers so far. Then you had the Rams, 5th fewest. All that has to do with the pass rush. So Calvin Ridley, who's wide receiver 57 so far in fantasy, it can't really get no worse. So I think you kind of get back on track today.
I think Calvin Ridley's going to get back on track in a big way because Cam Ward wants to push the ball deep. He's their option.
Cam Ward has gotten drastically better just from week 1 to week 2.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good quarterback.
I think he's going to be a top 15, top 20 quarterback fantasy-wise. I think Ridley can get close to 1,000 yards this season.
This year? Cam Ward? Okay, interesting. Another quarterback who's better than Marcus Mariota. Cam Ward.
The slander here. The slander here is outrageous.
Both number 1 overall picks. Eric M. on YouTube, PPR Flex. What do you got here?
Hang on.
You want to chime in?
I'm
see
sorry,
you're
Eric.
calling
Give me a minute here. I got to deal with this guy. Yeah. Dinner bet, Commanders -2.5.
Sure.
All right,
Yeah,
done.
I'll take the Raiders
All
on
right,
the
there you
points.
go.
Let's go.
There you go.
What are you doing?
I'm hopping on too. On second dinner.
Trying to get some.
We're eating good. Lobster
Second
and
steak.
Matthew's helper?
Is it second dinner? Wait, does he have to do 2 separate dinners, or can he do it with the 3 of us?
Yeah,
We'll go
one
and we'll
big
make
dinner.
One big dinner. You have to buy both of ours. Yeah.
What's what I get
If you
two
win, you
dinners?
get 2 separate dinners, though.
Okay, fine.
Man,
Yeah, done.
I'll even it out. I'm with you, Jay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
I'm
Yeah,
with
that's
you.
it.
I actually
All right.
think the Raiders are winning.
All right, there you go.
I'm going to take them points.
Okay. Good. I just want a free dinner. All right, let's
Dinner
go.
in Dallas
Yeah.
for our show next week.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, if you get ditched or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we ain't say where we eating, though.
Yeah, there you go. Eric M. wants to know PPR Flex, Ibuka, Ridley, Hampton, or once again, Wandell Robinson.
A lot of Wandell
A
Robinson.
lot of
Tony
Wandell, a lot
Pollard
of
in these
Hampton.
questions.
I'm going Hampton. Whatever, screw it. I'm going Hampton.
I go Hampton too.
Yep.
Yeah.
We think Hampton gets in the end zone. He's part of,
He's due.
he's due.
It's going to happen week 3. Guy who got in the end zone last week in our tight end ranks, who is squarely among the top 10, Jawan Johnson for the Saints.
You heard
Your guy.
That's right. He's part of my shot for shot. I keep bringing him up, but no team in the NFL has allowed more fantasy points to tight ends this season than Seattle. They're Chicago Bears-esque in that particular stat. He's got basically a 27% target share so far this season, 3rd highest among tight ends. There's a real connection between Ratty Ice, Spencer Rattler, and Juwan Johnson. He's my tight end 8 this week, man. Look at that. I'm a top 10 tight end.
He's
Juwan.
Yeah, it's a very streamlined offense. It's just three guys in the passing game outside of Kamara in the backfield as well. It's Olave, Shaheed, and Juwan Johnson. And Rattler is okay going over the middle to Juwan Johnson.
Big shock who we're going to have Jay talk about for his tight end.
PJ Tucker. Tucker Kraft. Look, Tucker Kraft, spoke about this last week. I think that he is just a locked-in top 5 tight end rest of the way. He's top 5 in your rankings. This week, Matthew, I get that he's got the injury concern, but if he's out there, I trust that he's healthy enough to play and be effective. This Cleveland Browns defense, I think, is the real deal, but they're the real deal primarily in terms of stopping the run. You can't run on Cleveland, this defensive line. At the moment, Jordan Love has been fine airing it out, and I think he'll air it out to Tucker Kraft. I think this is a pass-funnel defense in Cleveland.
What are the metrics as we go 11 through 20 for Kyle Pitts, where you think this year, as we got Tucker Kraft getting ready to go today, despite that knee issue that popped up late in the week, I can't say the hashtag as a Bears fan. That's just a disgusting and violent.
Go, Pack, go.
Go, Pack, go.
Go, Pat, go. That's how they say it.
What are the underlying metrics for Kyle Pitts on how he's fitting in this offense for the Falcons?
He's actually 4th among all tight ends in route participation. I mean, they're sending him out there. 87% route participation for Pitts. Going up against Carolina, it's a nice matchup. Both games they've played this year, the Panthers have allowed at least 17 fantasy points to opposing tight ends, and just to the eye test, it does seem like Atlanta is trying to get Kyle Pitts more involved, Lawrence. It does seem like they're making an actual effort, and so far they've been reasonably successful at it.
All right, Matthew, just so you know, which cup?
Okay. This is the cup.
So no crying like last week? That's your full cup.
That's my full cup. Thanks for touching
Don't get the pen near it.
Yeah, thanks for touching the lid.
You already put a pen in that, and now you're Mr. Sanitary.
It's a different cup
That's
now.
your flip cup.
All right.
Okay.
What are we doing? Standing up?
So,
You can play whatever you want. It's hard to flip from while you're sitting down.
for those unfamiliar
Once
with the
again,
game,
so we're doing flip cup here. Once again.
Yep.
We toast, we bang, we drink, we flip. Not yet. We're going to do it.
All right, yeah.
and this is to
Are we gonna
reveal
warm up
the
round?
order of our DraftKings touchdown parlay
Yes,
that you can lay some
a lot of
So we'll
pomp and
start with a
circumstance for
cheers.
this.
All right.
It's a fantasy football pregame. in
Yes,
the League of
Sir,
Assholes.
yes, sir.
Yes. Long may Marcus Mariota live.
There you go. Bang. Oh, Matthew.
Yeah,
What's
whatever.
the water still in it?
But George put a lot in there, so I was like, screw it. Yeah.
They got the notes wet.
What the hell's wrong with
That's
you?
why I was worried about the
You-
electronics.
That's right. Screw you guys.
Why would you flip the cup with water still in it?
Because George put way too much in it, so I
Yeah,
was
but
like,
that
no, screw
doesn't.
George.
The action isn't to just
Hey,
flip it with water.
That's what I
it's to
did,
drink
though.
it more.
I think I won, though. Didn't I?
It's a party
You
foul.
didn't. You came last.
No, I came last.
Oh, you
I
came
never even
last.
got it.
I came first.
I'll take last.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm taking Jordan Mason.
right.
Might be anytime. That's a disgrace.
I'm gonna
Jordan
go
Mason
get him.
gets in the end zone.
Embarrassing.
They're getting me
Okay,
a
Lawrence.
towel.
I'm going to go with Amari and Hampton here. They tried last week to get him his first touchdown last week. I think this time they finally cash in when they get near the goal line on Amari and Hampton as Matthew here is
This is
on
Travis.
cleanup
Yeah, let's
duty.
get off the graphic and show you
Oh.
what Matthew's doing.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
right.
Yeah, well,
Matthew cleans up his mess. That's right. I'm a good house guest.
Yes.
Please. I'm
not quite housebroken, but
No. Oh,
who's your
that's
pick?
true.
We just-
I don't know. It's probably Javonte Williams.
Uh,
It is Javonte Williams.
Yep.
My pick is Javonte Williams. Look, when the Cowboys have shown. Shout out to, by the way, Kevin, who threw this to me. On a spiral, by the way, much better than Lawrence.
He's a glue guy.
Huh?
He's a glue guy.
He is a glue
He's
guy.
like Andre Iguodala over
He is a glue guy. Kevin keeps us together.
Kevin
Gotta tell you.
Iguodala.
Javonte Williams, the Cowboys have shown that they're willing to run when they get in close, and they give him the work. 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Again, it's a pretty good matchup here against your Bears. So
Great matchup.
Yeah, I mean, we expect a lot of scoring in that game. I think they'll be in scoring position. I think Williams gets in the end zone. I think it's actually a pretty easy call.
I got Bucky Irving. They're favored by nearly a touchdown. I think he gets in the end zone. Good numbers with this because we got Lawrence plus money Jackson spicing it up plus 1286 on this. Nice odds on DraftKings. If you want to tail us, we have come close the first 2 weeks. I think week 1 we hit 3 out of the 4. So it's all going to come together soon enough. Flip Cup is the easiest drinking game.
I
I've ever
know!
been to struggle.
Uncle Lynn's,
Tell
I'll tell
him,
you why.
tell him,
Uncle Lynn's, hang on. I'm going to tell you why. Because this a-hole just pours a ton of drink into my thing. And so I'm sitting there,
that much?
I'm gulping,
Do these
I'm
guys
gulping.
complain?
Love of God.
Time to look at the man in the mirror on this one. Baby oil berry, cleaning up a mess. disgrace.
No, I know. Believe me, I've played a lot of flip cup in my life. I'm
No, you
actually
haven't.
pretty
You
good
really
at
haven't.
it. I have. You guys just screw it all up every time.
You really had us fooled for 3 weeks that you're actually good at
Stop
it.
it. You're outrageous.
My man is blame deflecting. You're like Aaron Rodgers his last year in Green Bay.
Let's go. Let's go. One more time. Come on.
Okay, you want to double up? Fine,
Yeah.
just for you, Matthew.
Yeah.
You actually
man,
need
you-
liquid.
Yeah.
There you
All
go.
right.
This is
Pour
travesty.
me up.
The Falcons didn't get another go at 28-3 down, by the way.
Oh, that's
Take your loss.
that is-
Let's go.
All right.
You a-holes.
All right.
Bam! I'm actually pretty good.
What a Matthew.
Shame.
Wow.
Hold on now.
Shame.
You got last place.
Loser.
You got last place. You got last place.
Oh, I have an American accent.
Bucks running back Bucky Irving warms up before the home opener against the
All right,
Jets.
them jerseys fresh though.
Oh, you gotta love the throwbacks.
The all white.
The
too.
creamsicle, baby.
Shameful from Matthew. Shameful.
That's the only word that comes to mind to properly describe what we've seen out of Matthew Berry.
I'm going to watch the tape. I'll get better.
Gotta go.
I'll learn from it.
Jordan Love on the scene. First road game of the year for the Packers. I think this is a prove-it game for the Packers. They beat two good teams at home. They're 2-0. A team like the Browns, they should easily handle on the road. If they do that, then I think the hype for a potential Super Bowl team is well warranted.
Okay, you're a little worried about the Packers. I think it'll be a close game. Browns' defense is legitimate. Close game. Close-ish. Single digits.
They could keep a minute for a while.
I think they should win by 10 plus, and if they do, then it's okay. Yeah, they're the team that could be the class of the NFC, and if that happens, they can make a deep playoff run.
How would you feel about that?
It would disgust
I mean,
me.
can't you tell it's a pain for him to even talk about the potential of that?
I know.
My first TV job was covering the Packers, ironically enough. So I've actually seen winning football.
Okay.
At one point in my life.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now we got beer goggles time.
Yes.
It's on a scale of 1 to 5 beers. What would it take for you to start these?
Yeah. How drunk do you need to be?
How loosey-goosey?
Yeah. How desperate at closing time are you to take these players home with you to your lineup here? And
All right.
Who's the first guy?
Move it along. Well,
No, I like just seeing you wallow over there. Packers and
What
Browns.
do I care?
I don't know, you've had a shocking
Whatever.
6 minutes.
I've already been humiliated with football. Right? There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to go but up for me.
You can always fall back on the ankles.
Still go down.
Our first player, Quinshon Judkins, for you, for the Browns. How many beers?
Pretty loaded. 3.5 beers. Look, Packers are allowing under 40 rushing yards per game to running backs, the second fewest in the NFL. In fact, running backs that face Green Bay this year are averaging just 2.4 yards per carry. So, yeah, Judkins, who is still in a committee, we expect him to take over this, but you're seeing a little bit too much Sampson and Jerome Ford. So, yeah, 3.5 beers. He's my running back 32 this week.
How about Jordan Love?
1 beer for Jordan Love. Jordan Love's going to be an MVP finalist this year, and I think that the Browns, top 5. Finish top 5 in MVP, I think, because the Packers are a juggernaut. Jordan Love, healthy, playing well again, and he's airing it out deep. Even with the dominant defense, he's still taking shots down the field, so I feel fine starting Jordan Love.
Airing it out deep, but will it be Matthew Golden getting those, Lawrence?
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm going 4.5 beers. The only reason it's not 5 because there is that potential. He's a big play receiver, so I won't go 5 this week. I'll go 4.5. He's caught 2 or 4 targets for 16 yards in these first 2 games, and he hasn't even played 60% of the snaps in the game yet. So we got to see something, boss.
Couple 1-1 teams battling in New England. Steelers at the Patriots. Travion Henderson. So much was made of him during training camp. He'd be getting the majority share. Hasn't panned out through 2 weeks. How many beers for week 3 to start him?
4 beers. I want to be. I'd have to be pretty good. Feeling no pain at all.
Wow.
Like, he played less than 30% of the snaps in week 2. He had just 5 touches. He had a 9% target share. The calling card that we thought coming out of college that, he's going to be involved in the passing game. Again, 9% target share, 3 separate holding penalties. He was called for 3 separate holding penalties. It's hard to get on the field when you're costing your team 15 yards a clip, and so holding is 15.
Yeah, Holden's 10.
10.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's 15.
It seems like 15.
No, it's always 10.
It's always 10.
It's always been 10.
Why do I think it's 15?
I had
Because
to,
when
but
you're
only
first
you
and
know the
10
answer to
and
why
there's
you
a
think
holding
that.
call, it goes to first and 20. So it's just like you start not even
it was
caring
that
about
second
it.
game of Flip Cup.
I'm drunk. I am
Scrambled your eggs.
drunk. Either way.
Well, that flip cup, I tell you.
Either way.
Woeful segment from that.
Pretty bad. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna
What's the tape?
I'm gonna watch the tape. I'll get better.
It's a
We'll
10-yard
learn from this.
penalty.
We'll learn from this.
man out
He's
here
my
like-
running back. He's my running back 36. I want no part of Travion Henderson. I want no part of this segment. I want no part of Travion Henderson. My performance. I am the Travion Henderson of this
Yes.
segment
Stop
right now.
turning into
Caleb
week
Johnson.
1 Bryce Young, man.
Yeah, man. It's
You are Connor Rogers. You're not Todd Zeal. That's
God, fair. Wow.
Not even
Connor Rogers taking shrapnel.
Host crime right here.
Right. By the way, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Stephon Diggs. How many brewskis?
3 beers for Stephon Diggs. Not terrified of the matchup against Pittsburgh, but Stephon Diggs, I think he's just going to ease into this role of being like 5 for 48 each week, unlikely to score a touchdown. He's fine. I think he's a deeper flex guy, but not super inspired.
And Connor, I kid because I love. That's a funny ongoing bit.
Wow,
that the
feels
guys
bad about it.
And there's a fellow host. Jalen Warren, is he locked in for the Steelers?
Just 1.5 beers for me. It's pretty. He's the lead of that. If you want to call it a committee, he's the definite lead of that. 18 touches last week, 134 yards, and they said they want to get him the ball more, want to be more involved in that passing game. So just 1.5 beers.
Can we show this? How wet this is? Flip cup. It's like you chewed on it.
What's wrong? Oh, my goodness.
Get this guy water.
Cut him off.
When
When I
asked,
bartended, guguys like you, we were getting out of the bar at this
let
point.
the record show that I requested at 10 minutes into the show to leave. I was contractually obligated to stay through the whole damn thing.
Broncos at Chargers.
For the love of God.
Keenan Allen's really settled back in with that Chargers wide receiver core. How many beers, Matthew?
Beer and a half. Like, I feel pretty good about it. Like, through 2 weeks, he's the 12th best wide receiver in fantasy football. 28% target share, actually leads the Chargers. He's also tied for the team lead in end zone targets. We don't expect Pat Surtain to be on him very much, if at all, in this game. He's my wide receiver 21. Just like 1 beer. Maybe I'm going through a half, but I feel pretty good. Feel, like just being social. Yeah, I don't, yeah, exactly.
We got you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Last week it was Troy Franklin who was the lead wide receiver for the Broncos. Will it be Cortland Sutton week 3?
Maybe, I'm not sure, but one beer for me on Collinsworth. I think you have to start him regardless. You probably draft this guy in the 4th, 5th round, and it is still, the Chargers' defense has been solid, but missing Khalil Mack, I don't think it's going to be a terrifying unit going forward, and I think that Bo Nix will have to throw in this game.
J.K. Dobbins' revenge game.
Yeah, beer and a half for me here. He's the running back 14 right now in fantasy points per game, heavily lifted by those 2 touchdowns, so he kind of needs that. Not very involved in the passing game, but he's dominating the running back carry, so beer and a half for J.K. Dobbins.
Our last one's an NFC West matchup, and Matthew and the guys saying the 2-0 Cardinals are a mirage.
Yeah.
Frauds
Yes.
in the desert.
Yes.
It's the 1-1 49ers. So how many,
The desert.
how many beers for Kyler Murray?
Just one beer for Kyler. I know I've been pretty down on Kyler passing-wise, but I will say that you think about he had 4 different matchups against San Francisco while Robert Saleh was the defensive coordinator back in the day, right? And he averaged over 22 fantasy points a game in those 4 matchups, especially because basically in those matchups, he averaged 66 rushing yards. So I do think while I am nervous about the connection between him and Marvis Harrison Jr., I hope it gets a little bit more, proficient. I hope it gets better. I will say that I do think Kyler runs quite a bit today. Just one beer. Starting Kyler Murray. I'm as a top 10 play this week. I do think he runs quite a bit today. They get him more involved with his legs, which he has not been throughout the season.
I was going to say, we've been ripping Kyler Murray, the passer, throughout the whole show, but Kyler's legs will bail him out where he's fantasy viable.
That's my argument, yes.
With the Juwan Jennings news that he's most likely out, Ricky Pearsall's got to be a no doubt start.
Oh, absolutely. One beer. Anti-beers. No beers. Ricky Pearsall, I think...
Send the beer back?
Exactly. Yeah, I'll send the beer back. I think he's going to be a top 12 wide receiver today. Cardinals secondary extremely banged up. No Juwan Jennings. Obviously no Brandon Ayuk. No George Kittle. This is going to be Ricky Pearsall's passing game.
And Lawrence, our final name, Marvin Harrison Jr. Where do you stand with him?
I'll go 2 beers right here. Solid game week 1. Week 2 fell off, but they got ahead really early. He's second on the team in targets, receptions, and receiving yards, which isn't too crazy considering the tight end is Trey McBride. So I would say 2 beers. He's still wide receiver 1 on the Cardinals.
It was a barn burner. 10 beers to 9.5. Jay, instead of last week going 2 beers for every single one, he went 1 beer for 3 of the 4, and then got crazy with his other one and said 3 beers. So now it's that smooth segue into pickup lines.
Yeah.
Jay,
Ice cold.
For 2.
Yes, Jay Crouch has been ice cold. He's been like
The
me.
ice daddy.
He's been, exactly. He's been like me at Flip Cup. He's just
I'll
been
say
bad.
this, though, just like the NFL, it's only week 2, baby.
Yeah.
Plenty
Lawrence,
games to
1-1. They've each picked up Matthew 1 time. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first this time.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Spice
Change
it up.
Yeah,
Who wants to
I need
take me
change
home?
Change the mojo. All right. Well, if there's one thing that I know about Baby Oil Berry,
Yes,
it's that
sir.
he's a Butte man.
Yes,
and he's
I
always
am.
been a Butte man.
Yes.
And that's why we are taking Kayshon Butte over 34.5 receiving yards.
Yeah.
Kayshon Butte, people don't know this. He's the number 1 wide receiver
He
in
is.
England. And in week 1, he got 8 targets, 6 receptions, 103 yards. And then, he only had 1 catch for 16 yards against the Dolphins. That was a weird game where they just didn't need to throw. Drake May only had 23 pass attempts. Kayshon Butte, he is the best separator on the Patriots. And now he's going up against the Steelers defense that plays a ton of man coverage. He is their guy against man coverage, Kayshon Butte. I think that Drake May will need to throw more than he did against the Dolphins. Just needs 35. I think he's the number 1 wide receiver for an NFL team with a good quarterback, and he just needs to get to 35 receiving yards.
All right, I like that. The Steelers defense isn't the Steelers defense that anyone remembers. Like they've been bad for a while now.
Shout out to the Butte man. I'm going to your running back rankings, Matthew. Your top running back this week is Bijan, not Johnson, but Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Bijan Robinson. We know about the Carolina Panthers run defense. That's why you got him ranked number 1. We also saw what Robinson did last week against the Vikings. 22 carries, 143 yards against that Vikings defense now, right?
Yep.
You don't think they could get 100? He could get 110 yards versus this Carolina Panthers rush defense at plus 238. Now, I could be scary and go 90 yards for plus 118, but Damn it, we going for the gusto to get today. 110 rushing yards for Bijan Robinson at plus 238 on DraftKings. Let's get it.
I like both these bets, but my concern is that they get weird, they get it big. It's Tyler Algier gets some stuff. They've been using Bijan Robinson in the passing game a little bit more. So anytime you can pass up Bijan Robinson and Kayshon Boutte, I think you have to do it, right?
That's right.
So,
100%.
I mean, you are right.
You go with the superior player. You go Boutte.
Yeah, exactly.
All the time.
I do love me some Boutte. So I'm Jay.
Yes.
I'm going home with you, even though you're 0-2. You're due.
Yes.
You're like Omari and Hampton.
Yes.
I believe in you.
Yes.
You know, at some point,
Yes.
the talent just has to take over. So I'm believing in you.
Yeah. Croucherberry and Boutte.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good. What a
trio.
Yeah, trio.
What a trio.
Sweet music.
Don't say it again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go on YouTube and watch Flip Cup training videos.
I don't know if that'll be enough. This is pretty cool. Before the game, Bijan playing catch with a young fan in Charlotte.
Yeah.
To Barry's point, they're just going to use him.
Yeah, maybe they'll use him in the passing game.
But that's what I always say, if you're a fan, especially if you're bringing kids, show up early. You never know when you could have something like this happen. You get a memory to last a lifetime, getting to play catch with the guy who's #1 in Matthew Berry's running back ranks for week 3.
Yeah.
How about him throwing lefty? Every game of Flip Cup has to be the best straight comedy. Never take this out. from our pal Tej, one of the regulars.
Thanks, Tej.
Thank you for
Part
chiming
of
in,
the power
Tej.
rankings.
Tej is the Tej is we love Tej.
Got more comments streaming in from the Flip Cup debacle, disaster, whatever you want
Yeah, I'm sure.
to call it. There was one from Awkward Buffalo.
Yeah, what's he say?
Better to show up and fail than to never show up at all, Matthew.
It's a good point. I agree. I agree. There
Or
you go.
you
there
can
you go.
show up and not fail.
Show up. Yeah, exactly.
You're-
Thank you, Awkward Buffalo.
You've become the generals against the Globetrotters in Flip Cup.
Wow.
Wow.
You know what sucks is too bad ankles don't flip cups. That's right. That's right. High in the country. You're damn right. Exactly. That's what this is. What this is this is all disguised ankle hate. Is what it is. This flip cup insults.
Ankles can't get a fair fight in America.
Not unless they glistening.
Listen,
He's
with
got
the
a
Jennings,
question here.
Yeah, the answer is Ricky Pearsall with the Jennings news. I think half PPR makes it a little bit closer, but I feel really good about Pearsall's floor and ceiling, honestly, without Jawan Jennings here. Zachary Hommel says Ramondre Stevenson or Troy Franklin at the flex half-point PPR.
Ramondre?
I think Ramondre for me.
Andre, yep.
Yeah.
Based on volume.
Yeah.
Tylo K, Booty, Mooney, or Renfro in flex, trying to stay dominating my league. Hashtag SS Phoenix FFL.
Yeah, I'm going to say Booty.
Yeah, Booty.
Booty. We love some Booty here.
Hey, Sean.
We just talked about this. I think he gets at least 36 receiving yards.
Matthew Berry, a big booty guy. Josh Shoop, Judkins, Henderson, Ridley, or Franklin at flex PPR.
Franklin.
No, I think it's Ridley.
I'll go
to me.
Ridley.
Yeah, Ridley to me. I want no part of Judkins or Henderson. So it's Ridley
You're out
or
on the
Franklin.
Riddler.
I'm out on the Riddler.
It's the Riddler.
It's the Riddler.
It's the Riddler.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
I'll go with the good player.
It's your life. Old Maverick guy. Pick 2 to flex. Tyler Warren, JSN, Abuka, PPR.
First 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the injury to Abuka and the potential for limited snap counts, JSN and Warren just get such massive target shares. And they
I
just
would
play
go
so
them
much.
2 either way because of the volume. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Got one on Twitter, and I don't know if I can do this, from Joey Brown. Oh, here we got one from Bombers. Ken Walker or Roma Dunze?
Ken Walker.
Ken Walker.
Yeah, I mean,
He's gonna
just
get 20 carries.
1,000%. That's exactly right.
Joey Brown on Twitter saying, please, guys, I need George to say that Bo Nix is trash again so Bo will get going, please. He did have 3 touchdowns last week. He's on my team in the League of Assholes.
Yeah.
I can no longer denigrate the name of Bo Nix.
Didn't play well.
I'm sorry.
He didn't play great.
He hasn't looked great.
He's better than week 1 was bad.
He's not quite trash.
No, he's not trash.
He's somewhere in
that
between.
That was harsh by you at the time, which we called you out on, and you were wrong.
Yeah.
And he's okay.
I was right at the time.
Yeah. He hasn't been good so far either. We'll see.
Yep. All right.
All right. What are we doing?
Speaking of trash, our standings so far for bar trivia, everyone is
I'm winning.
under 500. Well, that's
But I'm winning.
You're
though.
tied for the lead, and you're under 500. It's not something to celebrate.
13 and 16, and Matthew's celebrating.
Well, you're beating me by 1.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
How are you guys this bad?
What do you mean? It's 2 weeks.
It's
small sample size.
Small sample size.
It'll regress.
That's right.
It always regresses.
We've gotten some bad breaks. Bad luck.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
that kind of
fresh,
stuff.
hot
There we
off the
go.
presses. There you
Thank
go.
Thank you, Kevin.
Matthew gnawed through his other one. He's got a fresh sheet for bar trivia. We got 3 minutes to go.
Okay.
You guys ready?
By the way, George, just before we get up here, I want you to know it's been a great run for you. Pregame.
I like it every week. It's a great run.
Thank you so much. It's
Yeah.
been a great run for you. Can't wait to see Brittany here next week. We wish you luck on the golf.
I'm excited to see who your stunt double is for Flip Cup in future weeks. So we don't have to witness that
Be David and
abomination.
Joker.
Well, you'll be able to watch it on TV, so it'll be fun for you. All right, here we go. Let's go. Chop, chop.
With
Come
Caleb Johnson as
on. Yeah,
inactive.
exactly. You can be a healthy scratch.
Passing yards. Jordan Love or Joe Flacco?
Jordan Love.
Love.
Jordan Love.
More receiving yards, Calvin Ridley or Michael Pittman Jr.?
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley.
Michael Pittman Jr.
Matchup of the former LSU teammates. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. Who has more fantasy points overall?
Justin Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Jamar Chase. Let's get weird.
There we go. More total yards, Ramondre Stevenson or Jalen Warren?
Jalen Warren.
Jalen Warren.
I agree, Jalen Warren.
More fantasy points. We got a running back against a wide receiver here. Saquon Barkley, Puka Nacua.
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon.
Yeah, I mean, Saquon just always kills the Rams.
More receiving yards, Mike Evans or Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
Mike Evans.
More receptions, Jacoby Myers or Terry McLaurin?
Jacoby Myers.
I
Jacoby
agree.
Myers.
I agree, Jacoby Myers.
More fantasy points, Drake London or Tedoroa McMillan?
Drake London for me.
Tedoroa McMillan.
Tedoroa McMillan.
2 underperforming quarterbacks, Trevor Lawrence or CJ Stroud?
Trevor Lawrence.
Stroud.
Yeah, I'll say Stroud.
More receiving yards, Lad McConkey or Cortland Sutton?
Lad McConkey.
Dang. Sutton.
McConkey.
More fantasy points, Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara?
Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker.
More sorry,
Alvin Kamara.
jumped the gun there. More passing yards, Dak Prescott or Caleb Williams?
Dak
Dak.
Prescott.
Yeah, I'll go Dak Prescott as well.
We got a minute to go in the show. 3 questions left. More receiving yards, MHJ or Ricky Pearsall?
Ricky Pearsall.
Ricky Pearsall.
Harrison Jr.
More receptions, Travis Kelce or Wan'Dale Robinson?
Wandale.
Wandale.
Wandale Robinson.
Wow, quorum. More fantasy points, Jamar Gibbs or Derrick Henry?
King Henry bounced back.
Jameer Gibbs.
I'm going to say Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay. That is all our
good about
A lot of
questions here.
separation there. A lot of separation.
That is.
So we'll
gotta
have
give.
Something's got to give.
Someone's got to be over 500 for a week. That's the hope.
That's that is the real hope. All right, so what did we learn today?
Well, it depends on which side of the table you was watching. You could have learned flip cup or not.
Baby
glad.
oil flip cup,
Baby
ankles.
oil berry. Yeah,
Yeah,
glistening.
the word cloud of this
glistening.
particular
I think booty's a big
show is
takeaway.
crazy. Listen, it's close enough. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. For Lawrence, Jay, and George, I'm Matthew. Go get yourself a win. We'll see you on Monday. Peace out.